And hello to another episode of James Bond Trivial Pursuit. Welcome to being James Bond. I'm your good buddy, head of section, as always, with my cast. Look at this panel. Look at this good-looking panel right here. I'm a little intimidated because we got some people that are doing pretty stellar on the 00 Files trivia contest. So, but I won't name any names. I won't name drop just yet. But let's meet our panelists. And by the way, I hope the audio is okay. If it's not, please shout out, and I'll see what I can do. Paul Lally, what's going on, my brother? How are you?
I'm very well, Joe. How are you?
I am very good, very good. It's good to see you again.
Fantastic to be here. Thanks very much. Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. How you feeling today? You feeling trivia? You feeling strong?
Mostly strong. Yeah, mostly strong. No, I'm feeling good. I'm going to enjoy a bit of trivia. These two guys are going to be tough opponents, but hey, it's going to be a bit of fun. Absolutely. We have some beer here, so if it gets really bad, we can just...
There you go. We are on UK time today.
Yay.
I love it. What's up, Tom Ryan, my brother? Tom Ryan, otherwise known as James Bond Ireland on Instagram. What's going on, brother?
How's it going? Yeah, all good here, thanks. Can't wait for tonight. Can't wait for this. We got a really good panel here with Paul and Calvin. I think I've just passed here as the comic relief because I'm going to have four wives with me when it comes to...
You're not that funny.
There you go. In that case, I'm just going to be bullied all night long.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of fun. And last but certainly not least, the guy who is intimidating the hell out of everyone else because of his performance on the 00 Files, Calvin Dyson. What's up, my friend?
Hello. I'm really nervous that my palms are like sweating now that we've started, and I feel like I just got on the 00 Files podcast. I feel like this is really going to show me up for the failure I am. I've got plenty of Jack Daniels, so that's good. I can make it through this.
That's all you need sometimes, honestly. So very good, and also the chat is going, which is pretty cool. You guys, by the way, with you guys in the chat, feel free to shout out answers because as I was telling my contestants, there is like a little 10-second delay, so I don't think you're going to spoil anything for anybody who's on deck. But whoever,
I'd just like to thank Jay Ferguson there.
There you go.
Them at any particular question.
It's right. It's no, don't be silly. We're very casual here, brother. I try to make it very game showish, but we're very, very casual. And I did have people mention that Joe seems to have finally found the trimmer. Yes, we'll talk about that. Joe's not very happy with his. All right, so before we get rolling, I will explain the rules. Here we go. So we're playing old school Trivial Pursuit, and the questions are divided into 6 categories: the films, vehicles, locations, cast and characters, gadgets and weapons, and crew and behind the scenes. Here are the rules. Players receive 3 points for each unassisted answer. Players can ask for the movie as a hint, but then they'll be deducted 1 point. They'll receive 2 points in total. If the player does not answer correctly, the next player can answer and receive 1 point before beginning his or her turn. The first player with 21 points wins the game. If the other players have scored within 3 points, the last player will have a chance to tie the game, at which point we'll go to a tiebreaker question. And finally, yours truly, head of section, is the sole judge as to whether or not an answer is correct. And I tend to be a little generous. If you pretty much got it, I'll probably give it to you. All right, and those are the rules. And by the way, there is only one last rule that I didn't mention The rule is no one is allowed to make fun of Hetesection for his haircut and his beard trim. Which, of course, I'm kidding. You can make fun of me all you want. All right, gentlemen, are you ready for a little trivia?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All righty. All right. I am going to choose a card at random, and I am going to roll the dice. Unfortunately, you can't see my roll, but I promise to be honest. The roll is purple, which means this is a... What is purple again? So professional here. I believe that's the gadgets and weapons. And Paul Alley, you, my friend, are on deck. Are you ready, sir?
Good luck.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. And I really should have warned my readers. Okay. What is the weapon Professor Dent uses to try to assassinate Bond in Miss Tarot's home?
In Tarot's home, he uses a Smith & Wesson, and he's had his six.
That is correct. Well done, my friend.
Thank you.
Absolutely correct. I was a little
Also an
nervous.
unembarrassing start.
No, dude. That was perfect.
I was going to go. That was the trick, but then I remember Calvin going, "That is not a dangerous weapon. It's just a
Well played, brother. Well played. Which means I have to change your score, and this is where I sure wish I had some. Your score is now 3 points. All right, Tom Ryan, are you ready, sir? You are on deck.
Let's do this.
All righty. The question to you, my friend: Scaramanga's lair is located on an isolated Chinese island, but in which country was the island really filmed?
Thailand.
That is correct. Nicely done. Very good. Which brings you also to... Come back here. I should never have done the scoring thing. 3 points. Alrighty. There you go. Alrighty. And yes, the chat is certainly lighting up. I see Spy DR Unlimited, John Riggs, Ruben Wakeman, Damon Craig, Tim Hands, all with the correct answer. Nicely done, guys. Calvin, are you ready, sir?
Let's do this.
No pressure or anything. Alrighty. Who are the two producers of the film?
Film.
Alrighty. The film is The World Is Not Enough.
That would be Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson.
That is correct. I would have expected no less, my friend. Alrighty.
With trademark speed, well, if you notice.
Absolutely. All right, my friend, that was 2 points. I decided I'm going to be a stickler since the Double of Files is a stickler for this one. I'm going to have to... All righty. Paul Alley, are you ready, brother?
Yes.
All righty. The question to you is, who played M in GoldenEye?
In GoldenEye, that'd be Judi Dench.
That is absolutely correct. Very good. All righty. I'm not even checking the chat on that one.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't get that one.
Both of us would have to be fired if we got that one.
I think so, too. Absolutely. Tom Ryan, are you ready, sir?
I am indeed.
All righty, here we go. Who shows up unexpectedly at Bond's hotel in Isthmus City?
Q.
Q is correct. Absolutely. Nicely done. Okay. Again, I think everybody in the room probably got that one as well. Alrighty.
I'm gonna get a license plate question now or something, aren't I? It's gonna.
I was going to ask you, Calvin, did you go researching the license plate? I was like, oh, look,
I
got my friend here, you know.
If that comes up later,
that blew
Yeah.
that blew my mind when I heard the license plate question. I said that. All right, now you're on a whole different level. I know a lot, but that I never would have gotten that one.
No.
Episode you had, Joe, someone was asked about what was written in the back of the Q boat. I was like, what?
Oh,
that was a really tough one.
This is true. All right, Calvin, that means you're up, sir.
Okay.
The question for you is, what mode of transport serving as Trevelyan's HQ does Bond break out of with his laser watch?
Armored train.
That is correct. The train is absolutely correct. Nicely done. Which brings your score to 5. Well done, sir. Alrighty. How's our chat room? Did you guys get that one? Missed the question. Oh, okay. I'm getting a lot of hellos. Nobody said train. There we go. Spy DR Unlimited said train. Very good. Jason W said train. All right. So that card is spent, which means I will roll again for Paul. And Paul, you got yellow. I will select a random card. Alrighty. Yellow being vehicles. Alrighty. Paul, are you ready, sir?
Sure
All right.
This is the license plate one. Calvin's going to laugh his head off.
Okay. I swear this is not a joke.
Is that?
What is the license plate of the Aston Martin TV5?
Look at the
Uh,
book. Look at the book.
Just so you know.
okay,
Oh my god.
problem because I need to know which film.
You do. You do.
It differs in the film.
It is. And if this helps you, I feel like I should give you an extra point for that. The film is Goldfinger.
Okay, so that's 216A as opposed to 214A. But the first part is, I think, BMT, is that right?
So what's your final answer?
BMT 216A.
Seriously, you guys, I don't know how.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
correct. That is correct, and that is damn
Oh, you
impressive.
nerd. You wonderful nerd.
I have an excuse, right? Calvin and I shared a little joke about this earlier, and I thought, I'm going to go check that out. So I deliberately checked that today, and that's the only reason I know that.
Wow.
That's amazing.
I
Well
feel like
done.
we could not have planned that better, but I swear to you, I totally pulled this out of the middle of the deck, and that was the question.
Oh, that is brilliant.
That is funny. And a lot of guys in the chat also seem to know that, so nicely done, fellas. Very, very good. A lot of guys got it. Pretty surprised.
I know that Chowdhury is now relaxing his finger off the unfriend button. I got it.
That's funny. I wonder now, because again, I feel like because we've sort of heard the card, I wonder if we're going to recognize a lot of these questions now. But all right, here we go. Tom, you are up, sir. Are you ready?
Yep.
All righty. What does Bond use to kill a snake in his bathroom?
He uses his cigar and is it deodorant or aftershave or some sort of aerosol?
It's exactly
I'll
right.
say,
It says an aerosol can with a cigar, making a makeshift flamethrower.
Oh.
Very good, Cole. All right.
Does that work in real life?
Oh yeah, when we were kids, we used to do that. I don't know how we did
Huh.
it.
Too
My mother used to yell at us. She said, "You'll blow that can up. That can's gonna blow up in your hand." But apparently, it works.
Is that the real reason why your is so much shorter all of a sudden?
Right?
Little memories and little accidents.
And I just drew back in the eyebrows to try to.
Poor Mary also got a haircut out of it. But
There you go. She does it better though. It looks better on her. Calvin, are you ready, my friend? Alrighty. Which Hong Kong club is Gibson shot in front of?
Is it the Bottoms Up Club?
It is the Bottoms Up Club. Nicely done. Boy, this is this group. I don't think has anybody gotten one wrong yet?
Well, I did only get 2 points because I had to.
You're down 1 point, but you did.
you don't have to wait too long for us to go wrong.
It's gonna go south soon.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
By the way, you do look like you're in the club now, just with the background lighting. I don't know how many times I have to joke about that, but
You walk through the beads to get into the back room of the Bottoms Up Club, and there's the. Oh, very good. And a lot of people in the chat got it. Very good. Awesome. Alrighty. So that means, Paul, we are back to you. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Oh. Who sang the title song?
God damn it. I'm gonna. I could take a guess in 1 in 25, probably 1 in 24, but I won't. I'll ask for the film title, please.
That's very smart. The film is License to Kill.
That would be Gladys Knight.
And that would be correct. Absolutely, which gives you 2 additional points. And yes, that's a kick in the balls when that comes up. There
If Paul sings it for us, will he get an additional point?
Got it right.
I think
live on the internet. Jesus Christ!
That's
I've already
good.
had.
That's good.
we have to judge if he does it well, though.
That was very...
That's it. Okay, so Tom, you are up, my friend. Are you ready? Alrighty. Who plays Melina Havelock?
Oh God. Carol Bouquet.
That is correct. Carol Bouquet is absolutely correct. Nicely done. Alrighty. Which brings you to 12 points. If my math is correct, it was my understanding there would be no math. Did anybody get it? Oh, yeah. I'm still hearing people are still joking about License to Kill, calling it Joe's favorite Bond song. I don't not like it. It's just kind of
weird. My favorite version of a Bond song is actually David Zaritsky's cover of the Quantum of Solace thing, the Alicia Keys. That one. I was on the floor for 20 minutes laughing at that.
The monkey chased the weasel.
Yeah.
Oh my God, priceless, right?
Classic.
Absolutely. All right, Calvin, I believe you're on deck, my friend. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You're ready. Okay, last one on this card. Oh boy. Okay. What number? Yeah.
Oh.
What number is the Spectre agent electrocuted by Blofeld in Paris?
Oh God. Is it? Oh, it's going to be a stab in the dark. Actually, is it number 3?
It is number 9.
Number 9.
I would not have gotten that one either.
I got that either.
Absolutely not. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. All right, so you're did anybody in the chat get that one?
Thunderball is not a film that I know very well. I don't revisit it that often, so it's yeah.
DK UK got 9. Okay. Alrighty, gents. That means Paul is up, which means the card is we have to roll a dice again. And you got yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking randomly from the middle of the deck. Just so you know, I'm not.
Another license plate, man. I'm just,
What's that?
I'm done with license plates, so please get.
All right, here we go. Why does Goldfinger bring his Rolls-Royce Phantom into Switzerland?
Because he's packing it full of gold and smuggling it from all the way into Switzerland from his factory.
That is absolutely correct. He is smuggling gold. Nicely done.
You did that once, Paul.
I did, yeah. In my Skoda Fabia. Yeah.
Nice. All righty. Tom Ryan, are you up? Are you ready, my friend?
Yep.
All righty. What unusual weapon does Bond employ at Gonzalez's poolside?
An umbrella.
That is exactly right. A sun umbrella. I was kind of scratching my head with that one. I was like, wait a second. I thought maybe they were going for crossbow or something, but no, I guess not. Okay. It is absolutely an umbrella. Ooh, Tom. Let's see. Tom's got 15 points. All righty. Not bad. Calvin. Come on, brother.
Yeah.
A lot of
Give me a good one.
All right, here we go. Which country does Bond meet Goodnight in?
Oh, damn it. It's Hong Kong? Is that...
Hong Kong is correct.
Oh, right. Okay. I was like, is that a city or a country? I was.
I probably would have got confused myself and said Thailand, frankly. So nicely done.
And it was in 1974, right? So would it be what would it been part of the Commonwealth or Principality? So it was part of Britain at the time. Blowhole.
No, no, you're totally right. Which is why it was, because I thought like it was a city, but I guess maybe then it was qualified as a country into itself. I don't really know.
Sure, someone on the chat will know.
They certainly do. John Riggs says, we are rocking here in the comments, Joe. DTUK got it. Toby Sen 5. Sam Hopewell. Sam Hopewell said Singapore. I got a couple interesting answers. I got USA, Thailand. But most people said Hong Kong. John Riggs said Bangkok, actually. Is it... Bangkok is in Thailand, isn't it? Yeah. I do... Yeah, I'm wondering though if this could be one of those questions where they might have filmed somewhere, or who knows.
Well, the green Rolls Royce, isn't it, that picks them up, and that's particular to that hotel in Hong Kong that has all the green Rolls Royces.
Right, yeah, there you go. All right, good point there. All right.
Why? Thank you.
well done.
But can you give us the license plate, Paul, of the Rolls Royce?
Yes, it's. Good night, one. No, I have no idea.
Nice. Alrighty. Okay. Paul, I believe you're up. Are you ready, sir?
Oh, kind of. Yes, go for it.
Okay. Who directed Dr. No?
Chen Chung.
Chen Chung is correct. Absolutely. Nicely done. All right, which brings you up to 17 points. All righty. Mr. Ryan, are you ready, sir?
Yep.
Okay. Who plays Stacy Sutton?
Tanya Roberts.
That is absolutely correct. Well done. Which takes your score.
She does these Facebook live streams, I think. Does she?
I feel like I've seen her do one. I think I missed it, but I think she did one pretty recently.
Yeah.
Has anyone tuned in? Oh, Calvin, have you watched any of those?
No, I haven't actually. No, but I know she's done like a few over the last few months. It's a lot of Charlie's Angels and Bond fans come together.
I feel like the last time she did one, I feel like it was right around this exact same time as something else that I was watching, and I'm like, how rare are these things that I happen to have two now that overlap, and I got to pick one? So, mildly frustrating.
She does that though. I'm gonna jump onto one of those.
Yeah.
I wonder would she block me if I asked her to scream James.
This is true. You never know. Calvin, are you ready?
Yep.
Alrighty. Magda has a tattoo of what on her rear?
Oh, an octopus.
There you go. Says, literally says My Little Octopussy. So well done. Okay, which brings you up to 14 points. Oh my goodness. 17 for Paul Lally, 18 for Tom Ryan. Calvin, 14 points.
Thunderball question, damn it.
Not for long, Calvin. Not for long. You'll try that any minute.
That's right. Calvin, stop. Don't be polite to these guys, man. Do not try to help. Do not be nice to them, okay?
Calvin is Pegasus. Once he injects that little steroid, he's gonna take us all out.
Exactly. 100%. All right. Am I done with this card? I believe I am. Yes, I absolutely am. So the next card, random from the middle of the deck, and I will roll the dice for Paul. And you keep getting this yellow. Sorry about that. All right, Paul, are you ready?
Sure am, Joe.
Alrighty. What make and model of car does Bond drive to Miss Taro's house?
That is a Sunbeam Alpine.
Dude, holy cow! Nicely done. I tell you, you guys, I would not be getting. What's that?
You pay me the big bucks.
This is true. This is true. Don't tell anybody I sent you all the answers beforehand, okay? All
Wait
righty.
a second.
All right, so we're getting very close to the end of game number 1. Paul's got 20. So Tom, you gotta stay in range, my friend. Are you ready?
I'll try my best.
All righty. What do the Q branch bagpipes conceal?
A flamethrower and machine gun.
Damn, nicely done, guys. Well done. Woof. Which brings your score to, if my math is correct, you are at 21 points, my friend.
Yay.
Congratulations.
All righty.
Yeah, comedy.
Well, I'll tell you what.
There's still time. We're only in the first act.
Well, listen, according to the rules, what we're going to do, because Paul is within 3 points, I will give him a chance to catch up.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Honestly. There's no need.
I'm trying to think. Wait,
What's that, Tom? Your audio is sitting there. Go ahead, Joe, please.
Actually, wait a second. No, because Paul started, so technically, Tom hit it first. So we'd be doing like a whole nother round. So I guess, actually, technically, I think Tom got it. So, congratulations, Tom Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Everybody, I tell you, you guys did fantastic. I would not have gotten most of these.
Lifetime spent reading the backs of album covers, video cassettes, and where I had no friends at school. This is where we get to release our knowledge.
Nice. All right, well, we got people in the chat. Peter McCormick said machine gun. Jason W. said flamethrower. Dutch Bond fan also said flamethrower. What's up, Yaroon? John Kenneth Wiseman said pipe down 007. Tim Hand said flamethrower. Bond Ranger 29 said flamethrower and machine gun. Well done, guys. Everybody did pretty damn good. All righty. So, everybody ready for a little round 2?
Flying the flag for Ireland for Tom. Well done, Tom. You got patriotic supporter there.
What was that, Paul? Sorry?
There's a chat there from John Wiseman. I wonder if he's related to Joseph. Probably not, but he says, "Congratulations, you made Ireland proud."
Good, Sean. Cheers. Hopefully, we can see you soon for a pint and celebrate.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, now you guys. Joe has the answers on the back of the cards. Tim Hand says, "Yes, I do." Am I cheating? All right. So round 2, Paul Lally, you are up, sir. I will roll the dice again to give you a fresh card. This time you got orange, which looks very much like yellow, but I swear it's an orange. And I'm picking from the middle of the deck. Okay, are you ready?
No matter whether I am or not, does it? It's let's just go for it. Eh?
All right. Okay.
I'm ready.
Which artists sang the song "Another Way to Die"?
Sang it, Jack White and Alicia Keys.
That is absolutely correct. Jack White and Alicia Keys.
Like such disdain on the word "sang." That was really effective.
Which artist? It was,
sang it, yeah. Calvin, I gotta give you the credit. I guess it was probably one of your first Quantum videos. You introduced a new phrase to my lexicon, which was ear rape.
That's that song. I'm telling
you. You should be docked points for that.
Yeah, it's not yet 9 o'clock. It is. It's almost 9 o'clock. Ear rape. Exceptionally good term.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Tom Ryan, are you ready, sir?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, okay. This might be a little problematic. Who plays Felix Leiter?
Okay.
Again, Tom.
Hang on. Okay, no, I need the movie. I can't take a risk on that one.
The movie is Live and Let Die.
Hedison.
That is correct. Ironically, you probably had a reasonably good shot since he was only the other one to be in 2.
Yeah. I couldn't take the risk.
Yeah, no, I definitely would not either. Okay, which takes you to 2 points. Calvin, are you ready, my friend?
Yeah, let's do this.
Alrighty. Who was responsible for Electric King's previous kidnapping?
God. For previous kidnapping, it was Renard?
That is correct. And yes,
Right.
that phrasing made it kind of unnecessarily, like, yeah, you'd second guess yourself.
Yeah, I was like going back. I was like, well, wait a minute, where did the money come from exactly? And then I had to like, go back through all that. And I was like, oh no, wait, yeah, it is Renard.
Right. I read it myself, and I'm like, previous kidnapping, as opposed to what? Was there a second kidnapping that was missing? Yeah, that was kind of odd. All right. All right. And everybody in the chat is guessing Renard. Everybody's doing very well in the chat. Nicely done, guys.
Somebody says Die Another Day is awesome. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good movie, Paul. You got to give it a go sometime. You got to.
Do you know what? I actually watched it recently, Tom.
If you can't remember, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
In that case,
Good man. It's a good movie.
It is good. There are actually a lot of good parts to it. Yeah.
it's a fun movie. I'll give you that. I think the worst Bond movies are always fun. So
Yeah.
all right.
I'll give you It's a Movie.
Well, that's for the most movie, so good.
It qualifies. All right, Tom, are you ready, brother? I mean, Paul.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's Paul's turn.
Paul,
are you ready?
Me, yes. I sure am.
All righty. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. How is the CB seaplane destroyed?
Say that one more time.
It's how is the CB seaplane destroyed? CB being the model of the seaplane. How is the CB seaplane destroyed?
I'm going to take a guess here, and I think it's the man with the golden gun we're talking about right here. So it's hit with a Solex laser, destroyed it.
That is correct. Nicely done.
good man. Good man.
Scaramanga destroys it with his solar cannon. Yes, I will absolutely take that.
That's impressive. Well done.
Yeah.
Such a dirty euphemism. He destroyed it with a solar cannon.
Alrighty. 6 points. Doing very well, my friend. I really need like backup music when we're doing this. All right. Tom, you are up. Are you ready, brother?
Sure.
Alrighty. What gun does Bond acquire at Wei Lin's safe house?
A PP 9?
Say it one more time.
A PP 9? No, PK 9?
Oh,
7?
I'm sorry.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know. Gun.
It was the P99.
Ah, Jesus.
Walter P99.
That's what I said. I said a P9.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were very, very close. A lot of people in the, I see Peter McCormick got it. A few people in the chat got it correctly. Nicely done, guys. QWERTY,
Done.
Dutch Bond fan, Jonas, Tim Hands. Way to go, guys. Alrighty. All right, Calvin, it looks like you are up. Are you ready?
Okay.
Alrighty. What country is Shrublands located in?
England?
There you go.
Yeah.
It is the UK.
I got a good Thunderball question then to kind of balance out the karma of
There
that.
you go. Right. There you go. Do not say that Calvin does not know his Thunderball. He certainly does. All right.
Super pedantic. What does the answer actually say to that question? Does it say England, or because you said the UK?
It does say UK. Yeah. Are you challenging? Is that
UK?
Are you getting pedantic on me, Paul?
I mean, you're still right. Right. In fact, he's more than right than the card. The card is Kingdom, right? Which is,
There you go.
Scotland. Never mind.
This is true. Very good. But we got to keep each other honest.
Corner over here.
Quite all right. All right, Paul. This card is done, which means
Watch me get this spectacularly wrong now after being such an arse with the last one.
all right. You rolled yellow. So here we go. Okay. For Paul Lally, what type of vehicle does Bond commandeer in Paris in pursuit of Mayday?
What? A very small Renault? A taxi?
Absolutely right. It says Renault taxi. Well done.
Good man.
Very good.
Alrighty. 9 points. 9 for 9.
Macau!
There you go. Alrighty. Where are we? Okay. Tom, are you ready, brother?
Yep.
Alrighty. What type of jump does Bond execute to investigate the HMS Devonshire?
Halo jump.
Halo jump is absolutely correct. Very good.
Does he get a bonus point if he can tell us what Halo stands for?
Damn. There you go.
I'll take one of Paul's points. You can add one.
Hey!
There you go. All right, Calvin, you ready, brother?
Yep.
Okay. This is an interesting one. Where? Yeah, interesting never means good. Where does Mark On's Draco come from?
Oh, God. Italy?
No, it was. Oh, excuse me. Oh boy, I forgot to do this before. When I think
Roll
messed up.
questions on.
I'm supposed to let Paul. You can steal it for 1 point.
It's Corsica, no?
Corsica is correct. Absolutely.
Well done.
Nice.
He's the head of the Corsican mafia.
Drinks Corsican brandy. That makes sense. Okay. I don't know if I ever really put 2 and 2 together. I don't think I would have gotten that.
Even Course, I think. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah. Calvin, I think I screwed you over earlier. I think I was supposed to let you steal when Tom missed one.
It's
Sorry about that.
I won't hold it against you. We can just add on points in, at the end of the round. That's fine.
Very good. Okay.
Tom, Joe, I'm just saying, I'm a Patreon supporter of yours, so, if I don't get more points, I'm just going to leave that there. Okay?
Oh.
You and Tom both, actually. So.
Yeah, how much are you paying a month, Paul?
All right, a fishing contest. I think with this.
Wink, wink.
I'm updating my inscription.
There you are.
There you go. Awesome. Okay, so. Alrighty. So Paul, this is for you. Did I give you your point? I think I did, right? Yes, you got 10 points. Alrighty. Albert R. Broccoli and Harry Saltzman were 2 of the 3 producers on Thunderball. Who was the third?
McClory.
Kevin McClory is correct, and that's a weird question because I thought that Kevin McClory was the sole producer for that, or at least he got the sole credit. If you watch the movie, I think his is the only name in the credits. Yeah.
I think, and I think Lee and Salzman are actually credited. McClory gets the first producer credit.
I think it's like the wording is slightly different. They use the word presented by it's an innocuous thing.
Right?
But yeah, Kevin McClory it's produced by Kevin McClory, presented by the other 2, which is weird. But
Sean O'Hare, Weatherman 15, Dutch Bond fan. These guys got it. John Kenneth Wiseman, Craig Morley, nicely done. Cordy, Daniel, all good. Everybody is very good in the chats. Nicely done, guys. Alrighty. All right, Mr. Ryan, are you ready, sir?
I am indeed.
Alrighty. Who plays Magda?
Christina Wayborn.
Christina Wayborn, nicely done. Awesome. You guys know your stuff. Nice. Bringing you to 8 points. Alrighty. Calvin, are you ready, sir?
Yes. Hit me.
There we go. I love that attitude. Here we go. What's the name of Mr. Big's chain of clubs?
Filet of soul?
Filet of Soul is correct. Absolutely. Nicely done. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. I always say if I win the lottery, that's the second thing I'm going to do. I said first,
Palmyra is your first.
Palmyra is number 1, and number 2, I open up the Filet of Soul in New Orleans. At the same location. Alrighty. I believe that is that card. So, all right, and the scores. Paul Lally, 13 points already. Nicely done. Wow. Tom Ryan, 8 points. Calvin, 9 points. Nicely done. Pretty much a dead heat. But Paul, boy, you took a jump in the lead. Very nicely done. Alrighty. Oh, finally a change of pace. Green is your first question. All right. Paul Lally, are you ready?
Ram Joe.
Alrighty. On which island is Dr. No's secret base?
Crab Key.
Crab Key is correct. Nicely done. Taking you to a whopping 15 points. Might be a quick game. I might have to like change the scoring on these. It goes very quickly. I feel like 21 comes up pretty quick. Tom, are you ready,
You're
brother?
not punishing us any points for slagging you, so that would prolong the game if we did that, see.
What's that?
If you knock points for slagging you for either the hair or the porno background, then you prolong the game, see.
Between the porno background and my pencil mustache, I tell you, I'm just...
Yeah, this is a porn stash. Yeah.
I really should have like a red robe on right now with a smoking jacket.
Got John Waters with your whole aesthetic.
Yeah.
Seriously, right?
I quite like the tash, though. And that's genuine. I think it's pretty cool on you.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah.
What are we talking about now? What's cool on me? Nothing.
The tash.
Yeah,
you should just get rid of this and just leave the tash. It looks cool.
I don't know. The guy, you can't, I don't know if you can see it, but the guy, I mean, I tell you, this guy yesterday, I was in the chair for like over an hour yesterday. This guy was out of control. There was a point in the middle where I'm like, this is fine.
You did have a lot of
now.
hair.
And then he at one point he laid me back with like the straight razor doing the edging on the thing. And I'm like, guy, he's up here, he's under here. He even gave me like a little bit, just a tiny little bit of it in the middle just to sort of split them. I'm like, guy, enough already. Yeah. How long
It's
till this?
pretty good though.
He did what
The Rocketeer vibe, Tim Dalton, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of missed being able to do this though. I was like,
Evil genius, Joe Darlington.
oh, totally. All right, Tom, are you ready?
Yes.
What studio stage had to be rebuilt for A View to a Kill after burning to the ground?
The Panwood 007 stage.
There you go. The 007 stage is correct. Alrighty, nicely done. Okay. Giving you 11 points. Nicely done, sir. Alrighty. Calvin.
Okay.
Pressure's on, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Who met his Waterloo, according to Bond?
Brad Whitaker.
Brad Whitaker is correct, which takes you to 12 points. Nicely done. Alrighty, nicely done. All right, Paul. You ready, sir?
Sure.
Alrighty. What does Bond... I'm sorry. Who does Bond kill in an elevator?
Peter Franks.
Peter Franks is correct. Well done. Well done.
Cool.
Didn't even need the movie either. Well done.
Can't think of any other elevator kills he's had.
I thought he died outside of the elevator. I thought they fought in the elevator and then he kills him in the hallway.
I was thinking that.
Losers, I got it right.
Yeah, we're not challenging you. The card itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry,
Although
it's the moops.
Paul, I think Monica giving you answers your ear there.
Like Monica would know the answer to that. Semi-Bond fan, but not that big a Bond fan.
Very nice. Sean O'Hare, Peter Franks, John Kenneth Williams, Franks, Jason W. Franks, Bond Ranger, Peter Franks. Nicely done. Weatherman says, you just killed James Bond.
Yeah.
Good line.
These guys are good in the chat.
Right, this is very true. All right, Mr. Ryan, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
The 5 guys in Quantum, that's very clever. Although I don't know if he killed them, just knocked them out. That's a very good point.
I would go with knocking out, but I would agree that's a very valid challenge. Okay, for Tom Ryan, what does Bond use to disable the centrifuge trainer?
Can I get the movie?
Sure. The movie is Moonraker.
Oh, his wristwatch. Dart from the wristwatch.
Absolutely. A wrist dart gun. Nicely done. Alrighty.
You could see Calvin bursting to answer that question.
Sorry,
I was hoping that was going to come to me.
I did get some people in the chat early on saying, I hope Calvin gets some good Moonraker questions.
What was the license plate on?
All right, very good. Calvin, are you ready?
Yes.
Alrighty, I'm curious if you get this one. How does Bond survive being stabbed in the heart?
Huh. Okay. Normally I would ask for the movie, but I'm lagging behind here. I need to make up some points. So I'm going to take a risk and assume I'm going to assume stabbed in the heart. We're thinking Octopussy, and he has the money in his breast pocket, the rupees, which prevents the stab from going through. Am I right?
Very good. The knife sticks into a wad of cash in his suit
Well
in
done.
Octopussy. Nicely done.
That
That
is
was
very good. Excellent.
very good risk. Your gamble paid off. Very good.
I still think I'm behind, aren't I?
Well, let's see. After how many rounds? We got Paul Lally with 18, Tom with 14, and Calvin with 15. So everybody's doing pretty respectable. Paul is creeped up ahead. Nicely done. Alrighty. All right, that card is done, which means we roll the dice again, and we get this pink purpley, whatever that is. Okay. Paul Lally, are you ready?
For it.
John Kenneth Wiseman says, so much for hard currency. Jason W. said, easy come, easy go. All right, the pink question for Paul. What song do Bond and Honey Rider sing?
Underneath the mango tree.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to sing it.
Wait. I think you got to sing it just to get you 3 points, man.
Underneath the mango tree, my honey and me, come watch for the moon. Underneath the mango tree, my honey and me, make booloo do.
Nice.
I close my eyes, I'm in Jamaica. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm drinking a Red Stripe just hearing that.
That was beautiful, Paul. Beautiful.
My friend, that is 21 points for you. Nicely done.
Done, Paul.
Ding, 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 ding.
I'm glad you won after no questions. With everything in it, and I was like, that is just one of my favorite films.
I haven't seen it in so long. I watched it when we had the bad news about Connery a couple weeks ago. That was I went to, but by that point I was so drunk. It was the first time that I'd watched it in a while, and I felt like I was just like in it. It was yeah. To really like it.
Well, I got to do a shout out to thunderballs.org, that site that has this phenomenal archive of photographs. They got some new Dr. No photographs that I've never seen before, and they're superb. Really, really cool.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a favorite of mine, that one. So I'm happy I won on that one.
That is a great site. So listen, I feel like those games went pretty quick. Would you guys be interested in a third round? Maybe kind of see if we can knock Paul down.
I have to get myself another beer, but yeah, damn right, yeah.
We got time. Feel free.
Calvin's round.
It's so nice emceeing these. I don't have to perform. I don't have to get anything right.
Do I have time to grab
some? Your fancy patch.
Please do. If you guys want to grab something, right. please do.
I'm gonna grab a Diet Coke and some ice.
Nice, Tom.
Yeah.
Please do. Absolutely.
Look at the guy. Oh my God. Sitting on the booze.
Nice.
I've got all my drinks lined up in front of me here on the computer. Just to make it easy for you, Joe.
Oh, you're smart man. Good thinking. Good thinking. I'm tempted. I'm like, should I grab something now? But I'm like, oh no, it'll be a long.
Oh, come on! It's almost 9 o'clock over here.
This is true. I mean, the expression is always 5 o'clock somewhere. I mean, it's never more true than it is right now. R.I.P. Yep. What's that?
Go ahead.
Somebody wrote in the chat, R.I.P. Sean Connery. Jonas Tiger. Very true. Yeah, I got wine in the fridge and I got beer in the fridge. I could kind of go either way.
Go for the wine.
I think you might be right. I think I might. All right, hold the fort and don't pick your nose or anything because you're still alive. 1 sec.
Calvin, you're back just in time. You're back in good time. Joe's just gonna get a drink.
Oh, that means you were about to have to do your one-man show.
I'm so glad you can take me.
I would have loved to have known what you would have done.
I would have sung Underneath the Mango Tree again badly.
Fantastic. Are you still you're on the Guinness, aren't you?
I am indeed. I have Guinness and I have a little whiskey on the side as well.
Oh, nice.
Which I haven't had to dip into yet. But I think if I get decimated in the next round, I'll just drink from the bottle.
Yeah, that was my reasoning, having this so nearby. I was like, yeah.
Not a bad call.
Yeah, I have that to hand. No, I'll stick
tomorrow
with Diet Coke. What was that, sorry?
Are you working tomorrow?
No, I'm not. Foolishly, back in August when we could be optimistic about these things, I booked this week off work because obviously supposed to be No Time to Die. Yeah, so it was like, oh no, I'm gonna, go to some morning screenings. I'm gonna do videos into the lead up kind of stuff, and then But then I was like, I'll take the week off anyway, I guess.
Yeah, not a bad call.
Huh?
I wonder, has there been any talk in the chat about No Time to Die? It's meant to have been released today.
Ah.
I haven't seen anybody mention it, but I certainly could have missed it. Yeah, it's it is. I tell you, it is kind of interesting that actually today also happens to be being James Bond's birthday. Ding 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 ding.
Oh, happy birthday!
Well, thank you.
We'll have to toast to that.
Yep. My first podcast was 14 years ago. Yeah,
that's amazing.
I tell you, it's kind of I 14 years I've been doing this. Holy cow, it's kind of crazy.
That's fantastic. Well done. That's a real accomplishment.
Thank you.
Excellent.
I'm honored.
Yeah. For the big anniversary trivia. I purposely, when I was kind of planning this, I said, why not do it on that Thursday? Because that is technically my anniversary. So, the Ginger Geeks, happy birthday. Thank you, brother.
Johnny, yeah, he does from Scotland with Love as well. He's
great. Very cool. Nice.
Yeah, Johnny.
Lovely guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cordy says, happy birthday to the show. I got a lot of nice congratulations. Thank you, guys. Very nice. I see. There's a guy on Instagram, Bond on this day, and he does a very, very thorough compilation of things that happened on certain dates in Bond history. And I think a while back he asked me, he said, when did you first start? And I think I told him the wrong day. I think I told him it was the 6th. So and I didn't want to say anything, but now I'll tell him. I think it's actually the 12th. Sorry.
Because they didn't want to clash with your anniversary celebration.
There you go. Exactly. They knew. They said we don't want to throw some shadow over You know, I mean, being James Bond,
Not
that's
Joe D.
that's it.
Wait, what? Head of section? No way.
That's true. The guy's practically carrying our franchise at this point.
Quick
right.
question, just a hypothetical, right? Given that we're all kind of on lockdown or, thereabouts, if you could go to any Bond location right now, just in your head, just where would you go?
Am I by myself or am I with people?
We can do a similar vibe to the way it was in Chiltern. It's a group of Bond-hungry whack jobs ready to have some fun.
Jamaica for me.
Jamaica.
Yeah.
I think I tell you what. Well, once you said that, all of a sudden I was like, well, then let's go back there and do it all over again. But I guess maybe I would do the Bahamas and see if we can kind of rent out the Ocean Club or something.
Yeah. Beautifully.
Yeah.
Place with warm weather.
Exactly.
Just to add what Joe said there about Chiltern and stuff, and I didn't know very many people, and I've been having a little back and forth, I think, on Instagram with Joe about something or other. I can't remember. So when I saw him in the bar, he was really close to George. I was like, I went over and I was like, yeah, Joe Darlington. He was like, what? And he had a beer in front of me. By the time I was 60% of the way through, I had another beer in front of me, another one, and Jesus, I was gee-eyed by the end of that evening, but I had such a lot of fun.
Dude, we were all...
It was so much fun. Chat to you, Stephen Saltzman, who can talk.
Yeah.
Just a whole load of people, but it was great fun. Really, really good fun.
Yes, that same night, that was the first time I met Joe as well, Paul. And you remember, of course, I went right up to him at the bar and he was like, no pictures. His security kicked me out of the bar.
That's right.
I was like,
It's tough to get access to. Yeah.
It's like, man, give him a couple podcasts and all of a sudden...
I can't get his head through the door.
Where would you go, Paul?
Where would I go? Well, I think since I've been about 13, every time winter descends in Ireland, I've always thought about going to Jamaica, or the Bahamas, because Nassau, and I'm a Thunderball fan as well. That whole vibe with just the, conch chowder by the pool. No idea what conch chowder is like, but just being there, the whole vibe would just be fantastic. So somewhere sunny like that. But connection,
yeah,
they're all good.
Well, Paul, I'm trying to talk my fiance to Jamaica honeymoon. So if I can swing that, you've got to show up. So I'll give you the dates.
Just invite me on your honeymoon.
Yeah. That is the brilliance of like Bond locations, though. You could take your wife, girlfriend, significant other to any of these places, and they're spectacular. They would not even really catch on necessarily unless you said, by the way, here's where this happened or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Until you say, you take a photo of me by this tree.
Right. Seriously, it's like you take somebody to the Bahamas, and it's like one spectacular place, restaurant after another. Then suddenly it's like, why are we standing in front of this construction site? Why is this interesting for you?
Did you see recently? Fleming Never Dies. That guy who has an account on. Did you see a post of himself outside a door? He's like,
the man with the golden gun. Yeah.
Why? Yeah, exactly. Why are we doing this? Like, it was exactly the same thing. I remember years and years and years ago, I was in Thailand, and my girlfriend at the time, we were on a bus getting a trip out to an island. And I was very specific about this island that I wanted to go to. She was like, okay, that's fine, we'll go to this one. And the guy who's on the tour bus goes, welcome to the tour. He's a Thai guy. He's really gregarious, welcoming everyone. And of course, the highlight is when we go to James Bond Island. And then
I remember the first time Mary and I went to the Bahamas, and I remember when you leave the airport, just taking the shuttle from the airport to your hotel, you drive right past Palmyra, and I remember and even like you're in this like shuttle bus, and then the driver will talk over it and say, and this is Palmyra. It was in a James Bond film, and she's sitting there. She's like, and it begins. She's like, I'm out of the airport, not 5 minutes, and it starts.
Calvin, have you favorite locations you've been to, or have you bothered with any of the Bond locations?
I'm just trying to think. Then I don't know if I really have. I've got an uncle that lives in Thailand as well, and we went and visited. And I was sort of like perfect, like 13 years old, perfect age to go to James Bond Island, but we just didn't for whatever reason. But I would love to go to that one as well. Like that would be second to Jamaica for me. James Bond Island in Thailand, that'd be fantastic. Otherwise, it tends to be like walking around. I live in London, so it's like, aha, this is in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and that's the post that George Lazenby stood at, and all that kind of stuff. So do quite a bit of that.
Yeah, the Lazenby lamppost. Yeah.
It's nice that you've got so many Bond locations at your doorstep.
It's really nice. I used to have to get the train into Waterloo every day when I lived in a different place and I had a different job, and every day we would go past the MI6 building in Vauxhall, and that was always like, this is pretty cool.
And when you take the tube, do you wait until it goes past and then you run and jump onto the back of it?
That's the only way I travel. Yeah.
Getting inside is so lame.
Yeah.
Got some cool comments as well coming in. Some people somebody was in Holland. John Riggs was in Hunting in Italy and remembers taking a picture for where Moonraker was taken in Venice. That's St. Mark Square, I believe, is it now, I think. Where also Casino Royale was.
Great Would have said the only James Bond location I went to got destroyed. Now I'm curious to know which one that is.
Oh, what was that one?
Not sure. And John Kenneth Williams says, Joe Darlington, my wife is the same. Anytime I say I want to travel to a location, she says James Bond, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Focus on James Bond. Focus on this view here and showing a nice picture from an iPad. Como or whatever.
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking now. I kind of think that it's very possible that Mary and I have probably only traveled to locations that have been Bond locations. Like, I mean, she and I.
She's a keeper.
I mean, she's definitely a great sport. Well, but she also knows. I mean, again, she knows like there's no lame James Bond places, at least not that I can think of. I mean, we did like New Orleans and Jamaica, Bahamas. We went to London. I'm trying to think of but so honestly, like I think any place. I mean, other than like visiting friends, driving distance, etc. I think for the most part, any place we've gone has been a Bond trip somehow. It's just, pretty nice.
Well, Tom and I tried recently to for any Bond connections in Ireland, and has put a bit of the kibosh on it. But Tom, you because when you were looking for wedding locations, you found some great places like Ashford Castle and stuff where.
Yeah, from the
some of the continuation novels, yeah.
Yeah, and went and visited Mayo and saw Robert Shaw's memorial. He lived out the last years of his life in County Mayo. Yeah, not a lot in Ireland, but the ones that are here are kind of cool.
There's one very comedic episode that happened because in Diamonds Are Forever, if you read that novel, there's an episode where Bond travels through Ireland. He stops briefly in Shannon Airport and he throws some shade on the quality of souvenirs that he sees in the shop.
Fleming didn't like the Irish.
Rather, whether he did or not, the staff or somebody at Shannon Airport took umbrage at this and wrote a letter to Fleming. And which is fantastic about Fleming is he wrote back and he was like, I didn't mean to offend anyone. I'm sorry about this. I mean, I didn't mean to single you out because you can find this everywhere. It was basically what he said. And they both apologized and backhanded slapped them as well. So it was quite a funny But
he also described
I bet he was delighted that he got a Scottish labourer to play his hero then.
Well, guys, don't feel too bad because I'm like 25 minutes maybe from New York City, and if you've ever read Bond in New York or Thrilling Cities, he's not exactly flattering about New York. He just the Thrilling Cities. It's just like 20 pages of him just talking about how awful New York is.
Oh. I'm sat here in London. Like, this is all right about this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But you know, it is a joy to walk around London and spot like his where's the place that he had that there's lots of places in London that you can Bond spotting. It's always great fun to do.
Mm.
And AJ Chowdhury is like an encyclopedia.
He is a legend. Yeah.
He was like, I think it was when Joe was over in London, and there were a few of us like going around some of the stores, and we were like walking to the next one, and then he like took us across the road to this building. And he was like, "This is the building where they actually wrote. I think it was the James Bond theme or something like that. It was like a particular important bit of music was written there, and we were all like, how do you know these things? It was just like I don't think any of us would have been like, oh, it's that building, but it was just.
He was the day we got there. Mary and I landed in the morning, and AJ, AJ, that was sort of like when AJ and I first met. Actually, 'cause, like we kind of reached out before that trip, and he was just super nice. He says, "Let me show you around when you get here, etc." So Mary and I barely landed, went to our hotel, got sort of freshened up, and then we went and met AJ at a bar around the corner. We barely walked a couple blocks. He showed me the church from GoldenEye, which I had no idea was in London. He said, this is the church where they met up. I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah, he had a lot of really good information. It was really good.
A music fan as well, so he knows a lot about where stuff was recorded for, some of the Bond things. So it's fascinating. Yeah, he's a fascinating guy.
Yeah, he really is.
We also got to give a shout out to David West as well, Paul, who took us to Rules last time we were over. Have you been there?
Yes, no, I have.
Calvin and I have a funny story about. Oh no, that was Dukes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. We
gotta hear that.
With Dukes, this was on the same trip. And, do you want to tell it, Joe? You probably tell it better than me.
I think you got there first. I remember walking where we were coming from last, and we were all headed to Dukes to kind of finish out the day with cocktails or whatever. And I'm pretty sure I got there, and just as Calvin was sort of walking out, and he had this kind of like funny, sheepish look, and we're like, "What's the matter?" He's like, "Well, apparently, you can't go in if you're wearing shorts." So, and meanwhile, it was like July, so we're all like a bunch of us wore shorts. I was wearing shorts, so we were all kind of just, all right, well, we're outside, Dukes. And
there was someone, because I tried to go in with a couple of other guys. I can't remember who exactly it was. It might have been Marcos from James Bond Brazil, who. Cause I was walking in, and I think he turned and said, because the guys were like, yeah, we don't do shorts. Okay, fine. And then someone said like, oh, well, we can always get you a Vespa and you can drink it out here. And I just had this image in my mind of me and Joe like sat on the curb outside.
Like paper cups as well.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
in a paper bag we could drink out of it.
Well, we didn't fare much better because my wife and I, Monica, met David and Tom, and we went into Rules, and we thought we were all that. Like, yeah, this is the bomb. We went upstairs having a cocktail, and they speak to you in that very sort of, slightly plummy, very erudite way. Would you like another cocktail, sir? Why, I certainly would. Yeah, you sort of join in, like an idiot. And then Dave was, hey, have you seen Taffin with Ross in it? And we're like, I never have. And it's a pre-Bond thriller where I think it's fair to say, right? I think, Tom, you can let me say this without killing me, but there's a little bit of overacting Brosnan's part in this. And Alison Duty that she shouldn't be living here in this town. And the way he does it is just so ridiculously over the top. And somebody on YouTube, amplified it. And he played this for me. And volume in the middle of
it was an extended version, so it was like minutes long. Maybe you shouldn't be living here. Just held like that. So, and you couldn't turn it off.
They quietly came over and went. So we had to
oh, wow. Oh, that's great.
So, yeah.
You guys.
It's good fun.
You guys saw the Foreigner with Pierce.
Yeah.
Good movie. What a great movie that was.
Jackie Chan,
Yeah, that was off the
There's a
hook.
very good Jerry Adams impression in that.
It was.
Yeah. Yep.
It was also very good in Eurovision.
Oh, yes.
I really enjoyed that. With Farrell.
Yeah.
It had such terrible reviews, and I went into it with the lowest of expectations, and I was watching it like, actually, I kind of, this is quite nice. It's, it came out in May where we all needed uplifting sort of nonsense. So it was really good.
You there during the filming of it? Where did you meet Pierce in Iceland when he was filming it?
No, I was in the same pool as he was, but I wouldn't go as far. I met him. My wife said hi, so we had a very awkward moment where me and my partner were swimming past, and then they're there, and it's like, oh hi.
What a great story that was.
I can't believe the chance of just like randomly bumping into a James Bond in this very specific location in Iceland. It was quite bizarre.
Right,
like not having the guts to say anything.
Bond,
but I could just tell the look on his face was kind of like, it was like one of those like, I'm not gonna, especially when we're just all here in our swim shorts. Like, this is not a moment for me to go over and say, Mr. Rosen, I'm a massive fan.
But that was the thing. I mean, you couldn't like that. I mean, because it like had you done it and it just didn't fly, it would have just ruined the moment. So like, best to just enjoy what you had. Yeah.
Exactly. Just that's for me.
Yeah, totally.
I can get that. It's kind of a don't know what to do. Like that.
Even at like a book signing with Roger Moore, like he signed his Last Man Standing book, and I went to Harrods, and even then, like a very structured event. It's like you go and you have your 10 seconds or whatever to say what you want while he's signing the book and everything, and even then, it's just like absolutely freezing. Like, what do I say? What do I do? And then he's just so lovely as well. It was like he just said like, "Thank you for buying my book. Thank you for writing it." And then that was it.
I froze when I met Raj as well, and I had a Spy Who Loved Me poster that I wanted to get signed by him.
Oh, nice.
And I said, I was going to say to him, I was so excited, and in my head, I was going to say, "You're my favorite Bond." And then I went up and I saw him, and he looks at me, and we make eye contact, and I'm just hearing headlines. And I fumble. I completely fumble. And I say, "You're my dad's favorite Bond." Oh, God. And he's your father has great taste. I was like, sign this poster and make it out to Tom. Yeah.
Good point for that faux pas.
That's fantastic.
He signed it, dear Tom's father's son.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm no Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah. Signed your second or third favorite Bond.
You say Pierce is your favorite Bond?
Oh, it's tough. It's either him or Roger, certainly. But it's very, very tight between those two. I don't know if I could, say. What about you, Paul? Who's your favorite? Do you have one? Is it Sean?
It used to be Sean. I think Daniel. It's difficult for me. Sean really is. I love, like, Daniel's very modern. I do love Sean. His portrayal is kind of getting older and older as we keep going. People keep pointing out, well, this is Spectre, this is that, this is that. Whatever you think about that, it is a little bit 60s-ish. But he did have everything. Like, he had charm. He had kind of intensity, and he had a lot. He was the sum of the parts, and I think Tim and Daniel have come on and given seriousness. They haven't necessarily achieved all of that magic formula that Sean did. But for me, it's that. But I say that I grew up. The first Bond I saw was Roger. I fell completely in love. I thought he was the coolest man on the planet. I thought safari suits were cool. And when my father said to me, he said, "Well, this Bond film now is Sean Connery. He's the real Bond." And I saw that, and I was like, "Nah, the dude with the safari suits is way." It took me a while to come around. To be honest, I love all of them, but I probably the ones that has least dust on them is the Connerys and the Craig ones for me. But I do love all of them. I'll watch anything. Now my wife did by telling Tom at a dinner once, "No, Paul doesn't like Pierce Brosnan," and which was a stretch. I'm fine with Pierce Brosnan. He's just not my favorite, but I've never heard the end of it.
And quite rightly so.
Monica has much better taste.
What about you, Tom? Who's your favorite?
I think Pierce or Dan for me. And the weird thing is that once Craig leaves and we have to go through the process of getting a new 007, I've only ever been through that once with Brosnan, and it was a big blow for me, So I don't know how I'm going to take the uncertainty of not having Daniel Craig there as James Bond after No Time to Die comes out. That's going to be so weird. I guess, would it be fair to say that you and Paul have sort of been through that a bit more than myself and Calvin?
I can remember the kind of when Roger Moore left and the Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, who's going to be the next Bond. I remember living through that. It was weird.
I remember hearing Timothy Dalton go, "Who now?" But I really loved him, and I was just turning the age where, as you can see, I was Bond aware, so I started buying all the merch and everything, and I really got into it at that point. I got Ren Benson's book and everything. So and it became clear to me, like I got the 007 fan magazine, which I don't know if you get in the States, but it was Andrew Pilkington, Graham Rye, and those guys, and subsequently Shalbury was involved as well. But they started drip feeding stuff into my 13, 14-year-old existence about like, wow, there's a mega world beyond what I've just seen on A View to a Kill here, and you start to learn, wow, Dalton is really the Fleming Bond, and that turned me on to Fleming. So I owe all of them a lot because they turned me on to another aspect of Bond, and for that, it's just been great. And here I am, 20, 30 years later, doing the same thing. It's great.
Yeah, totally.
What about you, Joe?
It's funny. It's funny. Like some people will get mildly squeamish when we sort of talk about the movies we like and don't like, because it's like, well, we don't not like any. Like we always have to sort of preface and say, oh, they're all good, but I can praise movies and rip other movies with no problem. When it comes to like my favorite Bonds, I really do sort of get that. I have a hard time picking one. It's not just because I don't want to, but I really do sort of get that. Like it's like picking your favorite child. I feel like I've sort of come full circle where I kind of acknowledge that every single one of them brings something to the table that the other one might not have, or this one's strength, and so I find it much easier to gravitate. And plus, honestly, I can really say that I think almost all of them have some of my favorite films. I mean, some of my favorites are Connery, some of my favorites are Moore's, some of my favorites are Dalton's, and so
it's very easy to do top six. It's just one from each of the actors, isn't it?
It really is very easy, yeah. So yeah, I kind of almost lost. I feel like if you asked me probably 10 years ago, I would have probably quickly said Daniel Craig. I would have just said he totally reinvented James Bond, and Casino Royale is the best thing ever, and he's kind of got it all. And I kind of feel like now that we're sort of like post Spectre, I'm like, hey, he's good, he's good, and so yeah, I honestly, I really just now I sort of feel like I think they're all great. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's like annual job review from head of section. He's reviewing each of the now Daniel.
Yeah.
You're all right. Like room for improvement in the.
It's right. It's so true. Like when you start a new job, the boss thinks you can do no wrong at all. Then couple months in, you're like, all right, well, we can work on a couple things now. Yeah, that's kind of where Craig is. It's like, all right, Spectre needs improvement. We'll relook at it in 3 months, and
Well, how about this then, right? And we can probably ask the people in the chat to do this as well. If everyone was to ask a favorite Bond moment from each Bond, which would that be?
Oh, that's good. I know my favorite more straight away.
Hit me.
Which is in Moonraker, when he shoots the assassin in the tree.
Ah.
Yeah, I love that. And I never see that moment get referenced enough.
Nice one.
You know, even in like hits compilation videos of Bond or Roger Moore's Bond, that clip needs to be in it more. I love that. I love that so much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's really hard to pick like one moment, like particularly with Moore and Brosnan, who I just absolutely adore.
God, what's a Brosnan one?
I know. I was just like, oh God, yeah.
Isn't it with Pierce?
I could pick a
Sorry,
favorite
I'm making
Brosnan
it.
moment from each 4 movies if you wanted. If that makes it easier for you.
Actually, I do kind of love for Moore. It's like one of my favorite moments is, and it is kind of just the whole sequence, but the car chase in Spy Who Loved Me with the Lotus, and there is that just phenomenal shot where the Lotus is driving along and the helicopter comes up behind it, piloted by me. It's just such a fantastic shot. The choreography involved in that, and it is that double taking, and he sees it's Nomi. Of the wink and the nod at each other. I do love that. It's really plays that so well.
He's got a lot of good ones. His my favorite is when he takes out the sniper rifle and he gets his tuxedo and turns it into a sort of a stealth outfit. I love that. That's so cool. And I also love when he's at the fun fair and he sees the balloon and he that's so good. It's really, really
Back there. Yeah.
Yeah. Tim,
I get David West to do that. He does a fantastic Timothy Dalton.
yes.
It's funny. There's always that well, how does this go? Like people always say, like if you could pick like Lazenby's second Bond film, Dalton's third Bond film, or what was it like? I forget, but it was like what would you choose? And I kind of feel like hands down, Dalton's third. I would love to have seen Dalton do a third one.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because when you go back and it's I don't change anything that we have. Like even when it comes, like I know that Roger Moore's too old in A View to a Kill, but I don't want anyone else in it apart from him.
Yeah.
And I feel like if everything could be exactly as it was, except we add a film in 1991 that was Timothy Dalton's third, I would just love that. Or I don't know, a film a year after Majesty's that's Lazenby's second. It's like I don't know if I want Lazenby in Diamonds Are Forever, but I just want it on top of that.
Yeah. Right, and that's sort of one of those unanswerables. I get that a lot. Like, would you like to have seen Lazenby in Diamonds? I'm like, well, yes, but no. I kind of feel like if he was in Diamonds, it would have been a wildly different film. Like, I do not see them just doing exactly what they did, but with Lazenby. I mean, if Lazenby was there, they would have done this whole.
Here's one.
It'd be good to see the George Lazenby in On Her Majesty's 2 in the way they did Quantum with Casino, but not in Diamonds. So
mine would be that I'd like to see Peter Hunt's second.
Yes.
Oh yeah, good one.
Second Bond movie.
I just watched
Majesty's. I think that was incredible.
I watched this today, Gold, which is a Roger Moore starring thriller directed by Peter Hunt, and there's like more the titles, John Glenn does the editing. There's so many Bond connections in this. Really, really good. Like I hadn't seen any other of Peter Hunt's stuff ruin him for me, but it didn't. It was really, really good.
You have that to hand.
Dana York is in that, right? I remember that because as a very young child, I remember seeing Boob and thinking, Boob with Roger Moore.
No, I have my little selection here. North Sea Hijack.
Excellent.
Wild
I watched
Geese.
that recently on North Folk.
Really? Yeah. I haven't seen.
That's a strange ending.
I haven't seen it. No spoilers.
Sorry.
But now I'm more intrigued now that I know there's a strange ending with cats. Like,
I said nothing.
The Bond with a pussy, but not as you're expecting. Not pussy galore.
I met Susanna York once at the IFI Paul in Dublin. And,
Did you?
Yeah, just before she passed away, and I brought my poster to get signed by her. And I was very young. And, what's your favorite movie?
Had your balls not dropped at that point?
Sorry?
Your balls hadn't dropped at that point?
No, they hadn't. No, I was very high pitched. And she said, she goes, no, I haven't seen any of them. I think she even forgot she was in it.
Brilliant.
Oh my god.
I was playing a gig as a really crap band in the venue crossing the IFI, and Jeremy Irons walked into it thinking he was going to the IFI, and I was like, "That's Jeremy Irons just turned up at our gig," and he promptly turned around and went, "This is the wrong place," and went off. We were supposed to be going, but for one brief moment, I had a celebrity at my gig. That's all.
Very cool.
That's funny.
So where are we with? I suppose we better entertain the people on the chat, Joe. Had we not?
Should we? Do you guys have the stomach for one more round?
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty.
This.
All righty. Here we go.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right. I have the dice in my hand. That means we're playing. Paul, you get a green question to start off.
That means nothing, but let's go.
What is it? What is
Such a charmer, Paul.
green?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, that was a dick move. I meant I have a category. That mean.
Green is location. Sorry.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
I should know this. All right. Here we go. Assassin Edmund Slate is killed in which country?
Haiti.
Haiti is correct. I don't know that I would have got that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a first name, Edmund.
In Haiti. It's David and Calvin had a standoff on Quantum Solace recently, and David pointed out that this was one of his favorite fight scenes, and I was like, yes. So I agree with that. Edmund's like a Port-au-Prince in Haiti. Yeah.
All righty. I can't argue with that. That is a pretty damn good fight scene.
Well done.
All right.
You're in your element now.
Tom Ryan, you are next. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, let's do it.
This one is a behind-the-scenes question. Oh, and this is going to be a kick in the pants. In what year was the film released?
You've got a 1 in 24 chance.
I'm going to use Calvin's logic here. I'm falling behind. I'm going to take a chance. No, I'm not. No, I'm
Do you want the title?
Well, if you can just give me the year, you don't have to give me the movie, and then I'll say the year, and then I'll get 3 points. Well,
the question is, in what year was the film released? So.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah, you can just give me the year. What's the movie, Joe?
The movie is The Man with the Golden Gun.
The Man with the Golden Gun, 1974.
That is correct. Absolutely.
Never would have guessed that one.
Can I interject quickly? Does anyone else judge how old they are by what Bond film was released and the year they're both close to it?
Here's one for you. I was born the year Living Daylights. Same day Timothy Dalton was born.
Really?
Yeah. March 21st. I'm giving away all my social security information here. The same as Dalton. The year his first movie was released.
See, I share a birthday with Roger Moore, but was born in the year that License to Kill was released.
No way! That's cool.
That's funny.
That's how we just sort of deal with dates, isn't it?
Yeah. I totally do that. People say
I'll tell you what I was doing.
People will ask me all the time, when did you meet so and so? I'll be like, well, it was after Casino, but before Quantum. I literally do that constantly. It's hysterical.
Yeah.
That's the problem with 5-year gaps.
Of your birth, Calvin, I dragged through some family holiday that I didn't want, and I bought all the License to Kill merchandise and books. I bought the novelization of License to Kill by John Gardner, and I was reading through it. I was like, there was a swimming pool. I was a fresh teenager. There was a lot of pretty girls around, and I was just like fascinated by my little Bond book.
Oh, that's amazing.
If I can tell you anything, this obsession never goes away. That's all I'm there.
That's fine. Set up for life. This is
Very true. All right, Calvin, are you ready, my friend?
Yes.
All righty. All right. Who is James St. John Smythe.
It's James's alias in A View to a Kill.
There you go. That was kind of a weird one, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was the answer on the card for that one?
It's literally just James Bond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of did the same thing. I'm like, all right, that's weird, but
Yeah.
I guess that's an answer to a question.
Yeah.
All right. Paul, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Okay. Who?
Hard to go, please.
Yeah.
This is I don't know. I don't know if this is hard. Whose grave does Bond visit?
Oh,
Teresa Bond in that's his late wife from On Her Majesty's Secret Service. He visits it in the opening sequence of For Your Eyes Only. It's done pretty well by Roger Moore, but it's done really well by Julian O'Hare of the James Bond radio community, who did they did a remake of that opening sequence, which is top-notch hilarity. Check it
you are
out.
on fire tonight.
I met Julian at a Cue the Music event because he was just there, and he came over to say hi, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're Julian from the James Bond Radio For Your Eyes Only recreation thing," and he was like really taken back by it, and I was like, "Yeah, no, it's awesome!"
I met him at Villa Balbianello in Lake Como, and he took me aside because he knew everyone else in the James Bond community. He was like, "Come over here," and he took me for a sort of old brother style walk, where he sort of quietly tested me on whether I knew enough about Bond to be really a member of the community. I was like, "Yeah, okay, rock and roll." He's a legend, absolute legend. Shout out to Julian O'Hare here.
Nice. Very cool. All right, Tom, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What is the type of car Bond takes Sylvia for a picnic in?
Bentley.
A Bentley is correct. Nicely done. Very good. All right.
Very good.
Which takes you to 5 points. Nicely done. All right. All right, Calvin.
Okay.
You're up. The question is, what does Domino use to kill Largo?
That is a what's it called? A spear gun. Yeah, spear gun.
Spear
Is that
gun.
good enough?
Yes, that is absolutely correct. Nicely done. Another Thunderball question.
Just a Thunderball question.
God. Shrublands, the Spectre one, now Domino.
Nice.
I need to rewatch that film.
Alrighty. All right, Paul. You are up, my friend. Up, and you get a new card, which means I roll the dice again. And you got the yeller.
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay. Yellow. What two vehicles does Bond commandeer in Haiti while following Camille?
Well, one is a motorcycle, and the second is some class of a speedboat.
That is correct. This is a motorbike and a boat. Nicely done.
I thought you were going to get the second one.
Yeah, me too.
Why was it? Because of the way
I was hoping you wouldn't get the second one.
This is true. This is true. Paul Alley is dominating this game, gentlemen.
I'm a Quantum fan, so I've got to stand behind the risky on this one.
All right.
I need more Die Another Day questions then.
Yeah, I'm really straggling with those. Yeah.
All right, Tom, you are up, my friend. You ready?
Sure. Yes.
Necros concussion grenades are disguised as what?
Milk bottles.
Milk bottles is correct.
Straight out of those.
I like Daylight.
Daylight's great. Daylight's is, I think, an incredible Bond movie.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, that fight that Necros has at the safe house with the MI6 agent really should have been Necros versus Bond. That would have been so cool.
Right? That was a pretty badass fight for just a random guy who you never even know his name.
It's a really good fight, yeah. It's pretty involved.
I assume that at some point in the writing process, but because they're introducing a new Bond, and ultimately, if Bond was in that fight, he would have to do make away with, for the plot to move forward, they kind of have to get him away. So I always wonder if that's why they just gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, I always thought it was because they couldn't get to him until very late in the game because he was
quite possibly
so last minute. So they, because I think another movie and then the next day go over to
basically get turned up.
But either way, I think it definitely must have been conceived as a Bond fight.
I think this would be top of many people's list, but if I were to go on a location, go back to our location question, I would love to take a group of Bond fans to Vienna and hit the Prater and also the Opera House, which is supposedly in Bratislava, but was in Vienna.
Paul, the way you phrase that makes it sound like the trip's on you.
I'm game. That's way high on my bucket list too. That part of Eastern Europe, between the Living Daylights and the Casino Royale places. Oh, totally. I'd be all over that.
Yeah, I've never been to much, but I did go to the Prater Cafe, which is kind of cool. But it's oddly not Bond-like. It's like this is the oldest Ferris wheel in how long? It's quite cool, but it's only if you're a Bond fan that you know.
Or a Third Man fan.
Third Man fan. Excellent.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Very good.
Calvin, are you ready?
Yes.
Alrighty. Where are we? One Filet of Soul Club is in New Orleans. Where is the other?
It's in. I don't know if it classifies as New York, Harlem. Is Harlem in New York?
It is, yes. It's
Right.
the card says Harlem, and Harlem is absolutely a section of Manhattan.
Cool. So, you're absolutely correct. It's the second Filet of Soul question tonight.
Right? Yeah. Alrighty.
When you do open the twirling booth in the corner and the chairs and table that
have to absolutely.
Excellent.
Extra man.
And I think I have to leave the price list the same too. I'll probably lose my shirt.
50 cents burger.
The drinks are gonna have to be real expensive because the food is more or less free. Alrighty, Paul, you're up, my friend. You ready?
Go for it.
Alrighty. Who wrote the lyrics to the title song?
God damn it. This could be Don Black. It could be Bono on the Edge. It could be anybody.
Is he going to take yes?
No, not too risky. I'd rather put a point for however many points. Go for it.
The film is Diamonds Are Forever.
Sugar. Who wrote Diamonds Are Forever? Shirley Bassey sang it, or, as I noted that you referred to her, I quite like. Who wrote it, though? Don Black? Probably wrong.
It is Don Black, my friend. I don't.
Well done.
When you said it before you even asked for the movie, I was like, what? I would never in a million years have gotten that, even if I knew the film. Dude,
you call yourself a Bond fan head of spectrum.
Good Lord, right? Oh my God, dude, you're putting me to shame. This is crazy.
Not all. Come on, no way.
I would never have gotten that. Well, I thought for sure that was where you were gonna slip, and the other guys were gonna have a chance to get you. But alrighty. Wow, nicely done. All right. All right. Tom, are you ready now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm still kind of reeling over Don Black, dude. That was just sort of wow.
Well, Jake Wagner in the chat got it, so fair play to Jake.
There you go. Right. Good. Oh my God. Good going, guys. Seriously, I'm gonna lose my Bond card today. All right. Mr. Ryan, Maud Adams played 2 Bond characters. Name the one from The Man with the Golden Gun.
Andrea Anders?
Absolutely correct. Andrea Anders. Nicely done.
I was going to say Anderson, and then I stop myself for some reason.
Nice. Alrighty. Calvin, that means you are up, my friend. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. How does Bond beat Goldfinger at golf?
He switches the golf balls.
That's 100% correct. He switches the golf balls.
Yeah.
Nicely
I
done.
so much Jack Daniels. I'm like questioning myself.
Right? Oh my god. Yeah, by after a couple we're like, this still James Bond we're doing here? Alrighty. All right. So after how many rounds? We got Paul with 12, Tom with 11, Calvin with 12. This is a very tight race, gentlemen. This is pretty nice. Alrighty.
I'm going to put it out there now, but if these guys are up for it, I'll go for a last round after this.
Yeah.
Oh. More rounds. I'm good for a few more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That is
Yellow again.
Yeller.
It's a loaded die.
Right. It seems like that's all we've gotten, hasn't it?
Nothing died.
Joe Clinton and Kamal Khan are like that. When it comes to...
Nice one.
Two of them out riding elephants, shooting tigers in the morning time.
I love the
David Zaritsky runs through the jungle. No.
I love the references that only we would get. You know, that's the reason why we do it.
Eric is taking photos of you guys.
Alrighty, Tom, Paul, are you ready?
Well, Joe's never going like this, but go on. Yes, so I'm ready.
Alrighty. What happens if you press the red button in the Aston Martin DB5?
You eject the very annoying person in your passenger seat.
Absolutely. The passenger seat is ejected from the car. Well done. Good going. Bringing you to a score of 15. Alrighty. It's going to be a tight one, guys. All right. Tom, you're up.
Yep.
Here we go. What does Camille attack Medrano with?
Oh, quantum fan Paul's there like, oh yeah, I know the answer to this.
Literally got it in his hand.
Is it I don't know, an anchor? I don't know.
It is not an anchor. It is a shard of glass. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I didn't even know what film that was from.
I honestly would not have gotten that either.
Mucho gusto. Fine, you know that one.
I need to get back on the water, I think.
Is that from that scene they're talking about? Is that when she has a shard of glass? Or is it the scene later?
Yeah, you know when
Oh, no.
she attacks him with a shard of glass in the hotel room. It's in the hotel room, right?
Yeah.
She breaks the glass and she goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't think of any other time she attacks him physically, unless it's on the boat. But I don't think.
Yeah, I
she
thought
really
it was the boat, and then I was thinking, what could she grab on the boat to attack him?
What is the answer, Joe? Or did I miss it? Is it a shard of glass?
It was a shard of glass, yeah. And I mean, but she had a gun, and she went in with a gun, and didn't she shoot him with
Jeffrey Wright with the lowest voice in the world? So, yeah, that's what it is.
All right. And Calvin, I did screw you out of getting the extra point for that one.
I would have failed that, so I'm fine with that.
All right. I don't feel bad then. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
All righty. All right, Calvin, but you are up. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Whose pool is Plenty O'Toole's body found in?
Tiffany Case's.
Tiffany Case is correct. Absolutely.
Big old plot hole in the film.
There you go. Right.
You know the term cognitive dissonance, where you can hold two completely conflicting opinions at one time?
Yeah.
I love Diamonds Are Forever, and I have no logical basis for doing it.
I'm with you. It's like, in a way, I think it has the best dialogue of any Bond. It's like so witty and snappy, and so many great lines. The plot is so like sluggish. It's very strange.
violence against women at the start, which is terrible, and but it's still Connery is on fire. And charms his way through it. I don't understand why a lot of it really bugs me, but I do.
Yeah.
Bond also dispatches of a goon with a mousetrap in his jacket.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, as Calvin wonderfully pointed out, the most camp surrender ever to when the guy goes.
Like, yeah. I don't know what was influencing that creative decision, but it's there. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, I really have sort of softened on it because you're absolutely right. The dialogue, the writing is, I mean, it's funny, it is witty, it's kind of snappy. It's just, I guess I kind of feel like it was that era where they were kind of getting into that kind of creepy, sleazy sort of movies, and this one just sort of feels like so, not even like sleazy in an over the top bad way, but just kind of like for Bond, it's a little cringy at moments. But yeah, the writing is funny. It's got some of the best quips.
Yeah, definitely. I think Mark O'Connell, if we can plug another author during
there you
this
go.
live stream,
that legend. Yeah.
In his book, he talks about how kind of really. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
there you go.
Both sides of the Atlantic. There it is.
Yeah, I've got that too somewhere. Yeah.
He talks about how kind of weirdly sleazy it is, and I do agree with that. And I don't know if it just comes from being invaded time in the 70s or what, but it's just got a kind of grungy vibe to it that's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Is it Mark or someone else who refers to it as tag end of the 60s? And by that, American audiences, we mean cigarette end, not any LGBT slurs there.
Didn't Mark once refer to it as a gone off 60s?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So we're back to Mr. Lally. Are you ready?
Yes. Although I will have to take a pee break after this.
No problem. I'll freshen up my wine glass after this one. In what year was Skyfall released?
Oh, come on.
Let me think that back. That is 2012.
2012 is correct. Isn't it shocking how long ago that was?
Do you know what really annoyed me? On the ball then, as I am now, with like what's going on with Bond filming and stuff like that. The scene, the Shanghai scene where he's in the swimming pool, was being filmed right around the corner. I was working in an office in Canary Wharf at the time. I had no idea. I missed out being a total Bond fan and jumping in and having a look at it.
Yeah.
I managed to see, like, I was meeting a friend of mine. This is when I first moved to London as well. I moved to London in 2011, and they were filming in like the start of 2012, and I was meeting a friend by Victoria Station, and he said he was going to be like half an hour late or 45 minutes or whatever. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just like scroll my phone. And then on the MI6 HQ website, they had a thing like, Skyfall filming on the embankment down by London. I was like, I can walk there in 5 minutes. I can just go down and have a look at this. So I just like stood on the side, and they were filming the scene where Judi Dench and Rory Kinnear are going, in the car by the thing at the start of the film. At one point, they like drove past, and I was just like stood there gawking, and Judi Dench made eye contact, and I was like, I've made eye contact with Judi Dench. This is phenomenal. I was so pleased. Judi Dench has seen me. And then the next week, there was that news report that came through about how Judi Dench's eyesight is failing, and she's got like this cataract and stuff. And I thought, maybe she didn't. Maybe I was just like this blur to her. Quite the magical moment I thought it was.
What happened there is after she saw you, she couldn't see anything else. That was it. She saw, and then her eyes just said,
the number one Calvin Dyson fan.
She said, nothing else I see will be any better than this. I'm just going to stop now.
I'll take that.
Peter McCormick said, this is my first Bond film. That's amazing to me that 2 films ago we got a new Bond fan who's like a hardcore fan, so recently. Yeah. It really blows my mind how long ago that was.
The obsessive world of Bond, Peter McCormick, yeah.
Yeah. All right, who's got to pee? I will refresh my my glass here.
He's 16, he said. Such Bond fan. Holy mackerel.
Wow. Okay, bear back.
I'll run and I'll top up my water. I'll be back in just a second.
Me too.
Oh God, it's me doing my one-man show.
Calvin, you gotta sing.
Yeah. Underneath the mango tree, Nope, that was terrible. Oh God, everyone, I'm sorry that you stuck with me for this. This is well, I watched Gold with Roger Moore earlier today, which was I did have a little bit of a Roger Moore Blu-ray spree. Got North Sea Hijack and the Wild Geese as well, but Gold was pretty good actually. It was fairly solid. I'll be making a review of it on my channel anyway, but yeah, Roger Moore film work.
Calvin, did you see the comment that Calvin and Dutch Bond fan suddenly seem old now?
I know. I'm always quite flattered when people say, you know, oh, you're one of the younger ones, and it's like, well, I'm 31 now. Actually, I don't know if it's a bit of a sad state, you know, the state of the franchise. If you know, I'm one of the younger ones, and I think Dutch Bond fan, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong. I think Dutch Bond fan's like 29 or something, 30 maybe. I might be wrong.
Is that right?
But yeah,
It does feel funny when you're like not the young guy on the block anymore. Like now there's so many young guys, you know, and women coming up to do Bond's, you know, big Bond fan people.
To be honest, I wish that, but I think that's the franchise is in at the moment. I remember growing up in like, you know, the 90s when it was the Brosnan era, and we had games and all the cards and magazines, and we had so much. Whereas now it does feel like it's all kind of catering to, you know, it's a lot of high-end stuff, which is obviously quite expensive, and that's all well and good. But I don't feel like they're catering as much as they used to the younger, because it's like most of us become Bond fans when we're kids, and it's cool to be Bond and all that kind of stuff. It's the fantasy of it. Whereas now they don't play into that, and I don't know if that's just because Craig is so mopey on his films, and that's just not cool. But...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's weird. I mean, I think part of it. I mean, you said one of the things is that they're just too spaced apart. Like you can't like if you had somebody who was you know, on board with Spectre, you're telling me that the part 2 of Spectre is going to come out 6 years later. Like that's a whole. I mean, we've had multiple Bonds in 6 years. You know, previously, but one of the things you've talked about, and I totally agree with, is the fact that they don't do video games anymore.
Oh, that was a huge thing for me. And like, I've got a school teacher, and it's back now, maybe like 6 months a year or something like that, and he mentioned in front of the class that he was teaching, you know, 9-10-year-olds or something. I was becoming a Bond fan, and most of the people I knew become Bond fans at that age, and they were all just kind of clueless as to what you're talking about. And then it was like, oh yeah, God, actually they wouldn't have even been, you know, what, they'd have been 1 year old when Skyfall was released, and since then there's been Spectre, and there's just nothing kind of there in that sort of
Yeah,
I don't know if that's going to affect it long term, but
yeah, it does. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to.
When me and I was younger, they were making movies for our age range, aimed at 12 to 15-year-old boys. That's the target audience for that movie.
Yeah.
Now they're made for people who can, you know, afford luxury items. Like that's not young people. Teenagers are not the target audience for.
Yeah.
Choice of
you know, it's funny too. And as older as I am, and Paul, maybe you're kind of close to this. I remember like when I was. There you go. Right. I'm gonna have to rethink my lighting for the next one. But when I was young and I was in school and I was about 9 years old, I remember the other kids talking about this movie Moonraker and Jaws and all this stuff. And I remember, and I didn't know what it was because I didn't, you know, my parents didn't take me to see it. So I always sort of joke. I said, like, as much as I sort of goof on Moonraker because I sort of came in like when I was 12, 13-ish with, you know, For Your Eyes Only and Octopus. I thought all of these movies were kind of realistic and sort of hardcore. And then I saw Moonraker. I'm like, oh, wait a second. This, I guess not always. So honestly, I always feel like, and your first Bond movie sometimes is like your window, you know, the lens through which you see the series, you know? Yeah. So I could have easily came in to this franchise on Moonraker and my whole outlook on it could have been that much different.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny you should say that because what I think is great about Bond is that it offers so many different avenues you can work with. For example, I came on with you with Octopussy, and my parents. I remember like being 9 years old. We were on holidays in Donegal, and there was nothing up in Donegal except this little tiny cinema. And my father said, "Come on, we'll go watch this Bond film." I went in, and I jumped on the bonnet of the car, and they were laughing at me. It was a little Mazda, and I was pretending to be, Bond on the train and stuff like that. And you get like completely wrapped up in that. And I think the thing about Moore and Connery as well is they had overwhelming personalities, which was very, very big.
Yeah.
They were huge personalities. I think Dalton was more of a sort of a serious thesp. But once you sort of evolved to go, oh, actually, the novels are cool and what is cool. You get into this whole world, and it envelops you, and but it didn't envelop everyone around me. And I was like, I'm the only Bond fan in the world. And then I found sort of the James Bond International Fan Club, which was great, and that's why it's nice that people, can just come on to channels like yours, being James Bond and Calvin Dyson as well, because there's so much that they can connect with. We didn't have that as easily available to us at the time.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a Bond fan. By the way, real quick, tomorrow's Friday, and I just saw real quick somebody wrote, "Hey, happy Friday! Tomorrow's Friday," and then followed up with Friday the 13th in 2020.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Please, no more Bond alumni.
Right? Seriously.
It was when Ireland went on lockdown, Paul. March 13th was the last.
Wow.
You guys aren't
Jason movies then as well.
You guys aren't in lockdown anymore, are you? Where are you?
We are, yeah.
Oh, right,
another,
okay.
3 weeks, is it?
Till December 1st, yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, that might be.
It doesn't feel as quite as locked down as it did the first time. People are a little bit more.
Yeah. Loosey-goosey.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, loosey-goosey about it, yeah.
Yeah, no, same here, really. I remember the first lockdown, it was like I was going out for my runs in the morning, and it was like no cars on the street, no people. Yeah. It was just like, and now it's kind of like, people are just like, yeah. Just carry on. But I love it because the golf course is close near me, and I love just running down the fairway, just like.
That's cool.
It's it's really fantastic. And I don't have to worry about being pelted by golf balls.
Nice.
John Riggs is asking, is Graham from that fan club still around? So, Graham Rye is on Facebook, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The James Bond International Fan Club, I'm not sure if they're still pushing out publications. I think you can ask AJ Choi. He's a great contact. He'll know all about that. But I think MI6 Confidential and Calvin, you're probably in touch with those guys more than we are. They're the sort of, their guys are pushing out that stuff, the more relevant Bond content at the moment. But I'm not sure. I haven't checked out the James Bond International Fan Club in a while.
I think Graham Wright does the 007 magazine, I think, and I'm pretty sure they're still going strong, as far as I know.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, Tom, are you ready, my friend? I'm going to apologize for this question because I feel like you keep getting these kinds of questions.
Can I curse? Am I allowed to curse?
Feel free.
I'm right, so what are you apologizing for?
I don't.
All right. The question is, who plays Moneypenny?
Oh. You can have a guess.
What's that?
Samantha Bond.
You're kidding.
Well done, sir.
It was from Tomorrow Never Dies, and the answer was Samantha Bond. Wow.
Broke there. Okay.
That was
fantastic.
I tell you, that was.
I used up all my good luck for the night. I'm done.
Wow, that was something. Well done, my friend. All right, Calvin, are you ready, brother?
I am ready. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. When Bond returns to Atlantis, what does he use to stop Jaws in his tracks?
Oh, gee. Oh, Jesus. It's a ceiling magnet. Call that.
I'll take it. The answer is a giant magnet.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Yeah. What do you even articulate? I mean, it's not even clear what in the context of the film. Like, what does that?
Right?
Or going, Dad, do you have a sling magnet thing? I needed to mix up stuff from.
The sharks.
All right. So the end of this this round of card, whatever you want to call it, we got a tie. We got 18 points for Calvin and Paul. Tom with 14. Tom, I really do. I feel like you're getting the shit ass questions this
Yeah,
game.
we can do another rounds. So I can put back up. It'd be much appreciated.
All right, I'm rolling the dice once again, and blue. There's a nice little change of pace. All right, Paul, are you ready?
Yes.
Okie doke. Walter Gotell played in 6 movies, including Moonraker, playing which character?
In Moonraker, he played General Gogol.
Absolutely. General Gogol is correct.
But you know what? I feared you were going to ask me what he played in From Russia with Love, and I can't remember the guy's name. It's like Goldwasser or something. I can't remember what that is.
Yeah.
Morenzi, I think. I think Morenzi. I was thinking, like, is it 6? And I like, yeah, but in 5 he was playing Gogol, and then in the 1 he was playing the other guy. But I think, Morzeni? Someone in the chat might know.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah.
Morenzi, Morzeni, something like that. Someone in the chat might have the correct answer.
I gotta say, there's a guy, John Kenneth Wiseman, in the chat, and he must be living in Ireland because he remembers the series on RT2 that when they played the James Bond series all the way
Wednesday
through.
nights, Paul.
That was
Wednesday nights, 7:30. Network 2 back in the day, yeah.
I am seeing a lot of guys in the chat say Morenzi.
Morenzi.
Okay. I wouldn't have known that either.
Mm.
All right. So,
there goes.
we got Paul Lally with...
The 15-year-old guy, he's got it, man. He's the
Mm-hmm.
dude.
Peter McCormick's great. He's got his own sort of like YouTube channel as well, where he makes excellent videos, I must say. Bond-related.
Really?
Yeah.
Feel free to put it in the chat. A lot of shameless plugs are more than welcome here. All right. So we got Paul Lally with 21 points. Calvin Dyson is within 21, so we're going to keep on playing. And if both of you guys end up with 21, we will have to go for tiebreakers.
Excellent.
But Tom, you are up next, my friend. You're still playing. What hobby is M pursuing when Bond comes to his home?
Lepidoptery.
Lepidoptery is correct.
Nice one.
Extra point if you can name the species of butterfly that Bond comments on.
Paul, I'll only do that if Mr. Darlington asks, but he didn't. So
We'll just keep that between ourselves.
I feel like I could probably mumble something that sounded like what it was. I don't know if it would be correct though.
Go for it.
A polyplower chorus? Polyplower chorus?
You sound like a real scientist.
I'm a real scientician.
Do you know it? Do you know it, Paul? Do you know it? Like what it actually is?
Is it a Nymphalis polychlorus?
Of course, you know it.
Wow.
I was gonna say that, but like
For a Nymphalis polychlorus. Yeah.
Nicely
I
done.
should have said that to George when I saw him, but you know.
He probably would have been like, up yours. Calvin, my friend.
Right.
If you get this right, you tie, and then you guys go to tiebreakers, where I will just keep asking you guys questions until one of you blows it. So, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
After Bond shoots Locke, what does he do?
After Bond shoots Locke, he kicks his car off the cliff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
nice. Well done.
Alrighty. So now
Tiebreaker time.
that's it, tiebreaker. And like I said, I guess I will just keep asking questions until one of you gets it wrong. But Paul is going to go first, which means if he gets one wrong, Calvin, you get last licks. So,
Okay.
alrighty. Ready, Paul? What is hidden inside Bond's hairbrush?
A little radio transmitter or most Morse code device.
Radio transmitter is absolutely correct. Nice. Alrighty. And I'm not even going to have to change the score. We're just, like I said, we'll just keep on going until somebody doesn't get it. Calvin.
Yes.
In which city does Sciarra's funeral take place?
Is it Rome?
It is Rome. Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Paul. Ooh. Now, all right. Now, how do I do this?
Gently.
I'll tell you what. Since we're doing tiebreakers and there's no points.
Oh, shit. Hold on, Joe. No, we've been on here for so long that I'm losing audio. Just give me 1 second to change headphones, right?
Sure.
Shit.
Can you hear? Oh, we can hear you.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're like loud and clear. All of a sudden, yeah.
Okay, that's I should have used this get-go.
Well, like
okay, let's go.
Stereo. All of a sudden. All right. Since we are not dealing in points, I will give you the film for this one because the question is, who was the production designer? And again, we're not doing points, so I will tell you that the film is Diamonds Are Forever.
Ken Adam.
Ken Adam is correct. Nicely done. New random card. No need to. Well, yes, I will roll the dice. Okay, because it's that way I can. It is the pink.
Okay.
This feels like rope-a-dope with Muhammad Ali, and this is tough.
Alrighty. And pink is simply, the category is the films, whatever that means. The question is, what does Bond wager in his golf match with Goldfinger?
A bar of gold.
Absolutely.
It's worth 5,000.
It says a gold ingot. INGOT ingot.
Those are small little things, no?
I had no idea. There's a gold, to me, it's a gold bar. Okay. All right. Paul, the question to you, my friend. What make and model of car is Fiona Volpe driving when she gives Bond a lift?
Oh, no. And I claim to be a Thunderball fan. Shit. It's blue. It's not a Ford Thunderbird, is it? I'm going to say Ford Thunderbird, but I'm guessing I'm wrong. I can't remember. I remember.
You were very close. Anybody else know what it is?
No clue.
Close with blue.
It's a
Mustang.
What?
Mustang.
It is a Ford Mustang.
Damn.
Okay, that means Calvin, you are one correct answer away from winning the game.
Does Calvin not win because of that? No.
Well, Paul goes first, so Calvin has to. Put it this way: if Calvin gets it wrong, we keep going. If Calvin gets it right, that's it. But this actually might be.
Wins.
I find that this is a tricky one though.
No.
All right. Well. Actually, Calvin, you'll get this.
It's Moonraker.
No. The question is, what 4 items join to make the golden gun?
Oh God. Right. Okay. A pen,
That
a
is a good one.
cufflink, a lighter, and wait a minute, 1 sec. A pen, a cufflink, a lighter. Is it a cigarette case?
It is a cigarette case.
Oh.
I said you have one. Don't you have a golden gun? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I as soon as I realized, I like I said, I thought it was gonna be tricky, but then I realized, no, he's got one. He'll get this.
I was putting it together in my brain, and I was like, "Wait, what is that?"
Right. Wow. So Calvin Dyson takes it. Nicely done.
Calvin Dyson.
That was funny, boy. That was good. Very good one. Tense indeed.
Do we have time for lesson number 3?
I if you guys want to do one more, absolutely. If you guys are up for it.
Yes.
Yes.
Have we all won one now? We've all won a round.
I think so. Yeah.
It's real sudden death, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
This next round.
I think so. This is for the
Peter McCormick says
championship of game number 3, November 12th, 2020.
Hey,
All right, here we go. I'm gonna reset all the scores.
we've, as far as I am concerned, we've already established that none of us have shamed ourselves, which is the worst fear that I could come into this with. So that's pretty good.
Point, actually, yeah.
That is true. I said to myself, even doing the 00 files, I said, like, again, you could just have a bad moment, but I said for that one, it'll stay forever. I felt like it was gonna. Oh, that's gonna hurt if it.
Joe,
I mean,
if you want,
I might have weed myself a little bit with that last question, but you can't see that on this camera, so.
if you want, you can always edit this video down to just be the first round where I won it.
I love it. Just trim off all the end. All righty. All right, here we go. Last game. This one's for all the marbles.
Very best of luck, guys.
And this is the purple. So, Paul, you get a purple question, which is... I forget what the vehicles... Oh, no, gadgets. All right. Paul Alley, are you ready?
I am.
All righty. After leaping from a cable car, what vehicle do Bond and Dr. Goodhead find themselves in next?
Is that an ambulance?
An ambulance is correct. I kind of had to think about that for a second. Absolutely.
It feels all the more excellent. It feels all the more excellent from under the nose.
Oh, boy.
Under the nose.
Ouch.
Calvin Dyson.
So annoyed.
That's fighting words. All righty. All right, Tom. Ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Hit me.
What country does Tiger Tanaka work for?
Japan.
Japan is correct. Absolutely. All righty.
Has anyone seen the Felix Leiter series? The comic book.
Isn't it fantastic?
The way they've done Tiger Tanaka. The way they've done Tiger Tanaka, and it is so cool.
Really?
So good. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's really cool. They look really modern. They look really modern, like proper sexy dudes. Like proper Felix Leiter looks sexy. Felix Leiter looks sexy. He's got long blonde surfer hair and muscles. Really cool. It's really cool.
It's good to see. It's really cool to see Leiter.
He sounds like Patrick Swayze in Point Break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bit like that.
Yeah.
He's a bit like that.
I just what's the one I just got? I think it was Jack Lugo just convinced me to get this one, and I haven't cracked it yet.
I don't know that.
Well,
Have you guys seen this one?
Sure.
Permission to
Yeah,
Die?
that's going back nice. That's going back nice. Is that?
I mean, it looks like it. It probably is, because I swear I've seen this comic art before. Like I've seen. I don't know what the guy's name is, but I saw the cover and I said, "Boy, that looks familiar." I swear I know who that artist is. So it has to be not. But it was Jack Lugo from James Bond Radio got me to pick that up, and like I said, I haven't cracked it yet, but he swore by it.
Nice.
All right. So Calvin, you're up, my friend.
Yeah. Here we go.
Ready. No pressure, but the other guys got theirs right, so you don't.
No.
Okay, and I feel like well, let me shut up. What was the famous studio stage built especially for the interior of the Liparis called?
Well, that must be the 007 stage, no?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well
And it was one of those where I saw the answer and I was about to say something. I said, let me shut up, because I said I feel like we had this before, but I'm like, okay, dummy, shut up and read the question because it could be. All right.
Right, I need to go. Right, I need to
Yep.
go get a Diet Coke,
Sure.
but you guys continue.
While
I'll
you're
be a
doing
sec.
that, can I quickly
While
interrupt?
you're doing that,
Peter
can I
McCormick is
quickly
asking
interrupt?
what's the name of
Peter
that
McCormick
comic
is asking
series.
what's the
Tom, do
name
you
of that?
remember?
Is it Dynamite
Dynamite
series?
Comics?
Tom, do you remember? Is it
Dynamite
Dynamite
Comics are
Comics?
the publishers, and I think the publishers, and I think that the title is just Phoenix Wright.
You can buy them as a series. You can buy them as a series of chapters, or you can buy them as a collection, right?
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's what I did.
I have a couple of those, and I actually, to be brutally honest, I haven't really even read them yet, but I have them, and
they're good. And once you read them, you'll zip through them.
I hear great things about them. Yeah.
The whole thing and
They're done very well. Yeah. They're done very well. Yeah. James Bond Ireland, aka Tom, is a great man for comic book sites as well. Comic book based on your recommendations. Picked up a few based on your recommendations, Tom. Very, very good.
Nice.
I ordered I ordered Society, but they've taken quite a while to get here. But they've taken quite a while to get here.
I don't know if you can see mine. I've got all the Casino Points.
Yeah.
I've said it before now. I've said it before now. It's shipped up. You should get them shipped up to me.
Of course, I should. Again, colloquial talk here, but again, colloquial talk here for me to get it to. It's cheaper for me to get it to snake it all order.
Is that right?
Yeah, illegal.
Smuggling talk.
Should say that on my post.
Oh. Are you? Is that? I never thought of that. Is that because you're in Belfast? Are you? Is it easier for you to get things from?
Yeah, because
it's in Britain.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I never would have put that together.
We're getting into the weeds of it now.
Yeah.
Are you? I mean, like, are you guys technically like? Do you consider yourselves in separate countries?
Well, I can't understand Tom right now because he's in the UK, so I have a translator here. No, we don't consider ourselves politically we are, and economically we are in different countries.
Right.
So once you go up, if you cross the border to where he is now, like the road signs are different, the currency is different, that and stuff like that. Like you going to Canada, I guess. But
yeah.
And there'll be like Queen Victoria, I think, in the centre of Belfast there.
Victoria's where? The shopping centre. Joe, the best way to is if you just hop a flight and get over it.
That is a great answer. I think that's absolutely the best way for me to study firsthand.
Yes.
I think a cold Guinness waiting for me is exactly what we need.
Absolutely. Put a pin in that question. Pick it up when you get over.
100%.
Calvin Dyson has to come as well.
Absolutely.
I would love to. Yes. Absolutely.
Tom, there's a question out there for you from well, it's actually to me, but it's asking Tom Ryan. John Kenneth Wiseman. Did Stanley Kubrick review the structure of the lip? I know he reviewed the light.
Ken Adam was having trouble lighting.
Yes.
Snuck in and rearrange some of the lights, and just sort of set and made amendments to it, which is really cool.
Some exceptional Bond knowledge out there in the chat.
You're not kidding. Absolutely. I can never keep up with it.
A Kubrick shelf under my Bond shelf. I don't know if you can see that.
What's that?
No.
Yeah, the box set. The box
set.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, is the folio? You mentioned the folio set. Are they finished now? Do they have all the books?
No, they haven't. No, they've only gone up to Majesty's, so they're still and they haven't done the short.
Right. Okay.
I'm really not. It's been 3 weeks and mine hasn't arrived yet.
They're really slow with the postage. Definitely. Even for like UK based, it's like it does take quite a while. But I think.
I know they're pricey, but Faye Dalton's her illustrations are worth it. They are amazing.
They're fantastic.
Majesty's God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Better and better.
They're not ones that you can throw in your back and take like on the commute or poolside or anything. They are very much like I read the Moonraker one for Will David's thing. That was the first time that that was the first time that I actually fully read one of the folio, and I felt like I should have gloves on, like
yes, I know.
With like tweezers.
One of my little baby boys already ate a copy of The Handmaid's Tale, so I'm keeping all of my Bond books nicely elevated away from the little shits. But
well, it's true that if a child reads a book, he takes from that book.
That's right, yeah.
At least he's eating good books. So when you have to tell people why he got sick because he ate a book, at least you could say it was The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah. Exactly. So pretentious of me. He ate Dostoevsky, don't you know? No.
I'm getting is the sound better? I heard people are telling me that the sound all of a sudden got echoey. I think I fixed it.
Is it from me or from everyone? From Joe?
Sure.
How is this echo so bad and lasting for so long?
I'm not sure.
Do all of you guys have YouTube open?
Yes.
I do.
May even stand to watch myself as I'm trying to answer questions.
I only have the comment section. I've closed off the visual section because seeing myself would be so appallingly distracting. I'd probably get sick and not.
I just went on and turned on the sound. It sounded to me.
They're saying it's
it's
okay
good
now. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what I hit. I know that there's a lot of ways to get the bad echo when we're doing this. All right.
Sorry to chat if they were experiencing sonic pain.
Ear rape.
That's our accent, Paul.
You're ruining
The gobbledygook.
the gobbledygook. Joe, I know you said I asked you this in Shiltorn. You said you had an Irish connection, and I said where from, and you said don't ask me hard questions. So have you since found out where your Irish connection is from?
Well, I know my grandfather grew up in Dublin. I mean, when we were there, we actually saw the house he supposedly grew up in.
Yes, I asked you which part of Dublin, and you said,
"Oh yeah, that was the tricky question." I tell you what, I will find that out because
find it out, yeah, because I'm only obviously I live here, so I'd be
Okay, I will. I feel like I can picture the house in my head, but I couldn't tell you where that was. But yeah, I will definitely find that out.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So Paul, you are up, my friend.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Where did we leave off? Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. Who plays Solange?
Katerina. I apologize if I butchered her name.
That's good. You nailed it. In fact, I think you said it. I would have said Monroe, and I would have been incorrect. You were much more correct. Nicely done. The stunning Katerina Monroe.
She is wonderful. She has a great Instagram account as well. She's a really great. She's just a nice. She's kind of someone I'd like to go on a beer with. You know what I mean?
I could say that. Cool. Yeah, I remember seeing her. I don't know what they were promoting. Maybe it was Skyfall, and I think it was her and Olga Krylenko. I think that kind of got together to sort of push Skyfall, and she seemed very down to earth, very nice. Yeah. All right. So Tom, you're up. Are you ready, my friend?
Yes.
Okay. What was the name of the? Oh, this is interesting. Okay. What was the name of the secret organization?
Another interesting one.
Right. That's never a good thing, right? All right. What was the name of the secret organization within Spectre that Mr. White works for?
Quantum.
Quantum is correct. And I as I was reading it, I was like, I didn't really know that was sort of like canon. I didn't know that was like official, that's how they sort of organize things.
I think we've had the link
thing,
fans, but they never explicitly mention it in Spectre.
Right, yes. I feel like for all the fan talk,
think that they would.
Yeah. Right, for all the fan chatter about whether or not that's how it was, you'd think there would be like a definitive answer, and I feel like we've never really gotten it, but okay. But that does make perfect sense. All right, now this is another interesting question for Calvin. Are you ready?
Oh.
Sorry, Calvin.
but I feel like
Feel your
anybody
pain.
could get this. You could.
Spoonraker.
What was the license plate of Goldfinger's Rolls Royce?
God. Oh no, you can do this one. Oh, you can do this one. You can do this one.
AU1.
Wow.
Is it?
Wow. It is AU1.
Oh my
Good
God.
Lord.
Well done.
I tell you. I am not playing against you guys, boy. You guys make me nervous.
Looking at my Jack Daniels and Coke for that. That was yeah.
It's like your the Jack Daniels.
Is what? Sorry?
It's like your spinach.
It really is. Yeah. Oy.
All right, boy. All right.
I don't know where it was in the back recesses of, when sometimes you don't consciously know something, but when you're put on the spot, it's just like it's buried back there in the archive somewhere.
Well, as a seasoned gold smuggler, Calvin, it probably just popped into you.
There was a Freudian slip there, was it?
Yeah. Don't tell revenue.
That's funny. Alrighty. All right. Jason says the periodic table of the elements. That was gold. Yes, I think that is correct.
Oh.
Yep. Okay.
John very impressed. Calvin's.
Very impressed.
Calvin's
Yeah. All right, Paul. Which means you're up, and it is getting tight, boy. This is nobody is flinching or letting up.
But I'm getting drunk. Remember that as well, Joe.
This is well. Welcome to the club. All right. All right. I'm. What's that? I know. I said it. Pace yourself. If Mary gets here and you're tuned up, she's not going to be pleased.
Oh, Mary's going to be furious. And Mary's lovely as well. I had the pleasure to meet her when you were over in London. Yeah, no, she's a lovely lady. So,
yeah.
I've seen her in a couple of the videos when he let her in, and she seems fantastic. All right, yeah.
Oh no, she really is. Yeah,
she is a great sport, and it was funny when she met Calvin for the first time because she's heard his voice so many times. Me just watching his videos, and she'd be like, "Oh wait, isn't that the guy you watch?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's him."
my wife is the same. She's like, "Oh, that's Calvin. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, they all know it."
All right, Paul, you rolled a purple. Are you ready, my friend?
Yes.
All right. What weapons do Knick Knack try to kill Bond with on Scaramanga's junk?
Weapons. Bag of shite. There's a champagne bottle and a knife, a dagger.
Correct. Absolutely.
Ah.
That is exactly right.
This is one of those tricky ones because it's kind of like, do you class the
Right.
bottles as a?
It's another interesting one.
Say
Yeah.
what happened. Get into a fight with someone with a smashed glass and see how you categorize it. That's a weapon.
The boy living in Dublin knows what can become a weapon.
They found you out, Paul.
All right.
A weapon, including this here.
All right, Mr. Ryan, are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
All righty. What country were the? Okay, all right, another interesting one. Sorry.
Jesus.
What country? What country? What country were the film studios located in?
Oh man, hang on.
I bet you this is going to be. Oh no, I'm not going to suggest that yet.
They were what country?
That is not correct.
Don't forget to pass it on, Joe.
Yes, thank you for the reminder, Calvin. You can, for 1 point, you can steal it.
If I do I still get mine? What would have been my next question next, even if I don't get this right? Oh, okay. So it's basically like a shot in the dark for me. I can.
Can you ask for the film? Can you ask for the film though?
Well, if he asked for the film, I guess technically that would deduct his point, and that would render it.
Okay.
So you might as well.
Okay.
It's a stab in the dark. It's a stab in the dark. So if it's not England, film studios, I know that they filmed Moonraker in France for tax purposes, and
what
was
other
licensed
filmed abroad? What other films had studios filmed abroad is what we got to think about, right?
Well, that was it, because I'm like, I think License to Kill shot in Mexico. So I'm guessing it's going to be one of those two, because I don't know if any.
There was also another one though.
Paul, no teaming up to.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. I don't know why I'm helping.
Poor Thomas, all right, could you not help?
Can I just get the next question?
I'm going to go with. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark with Mexico.
And you would be correct.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well done.
Oh.
Wow.
Because the other option was Prague for Casino Royale, right?
Of course.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple that are out there.
I think Calvin deserves my 3 points for that.
He gets 1 point for that, but he still gets his regular question. So, all right. Are you ready for your actual question?
I am
Make it a
indeed.
Thunderball.
I am
Make it a
indeed.
Thunderball one, Joe.
Goldfinger won Eon Productions its first Oscar. What was it for?
Sorry for my language then. Sorry.
There's young here. Under 18 here.
It's a family live stream. It was for. Was it for? It was either sound editing or visual effects. I'm going to go with sound editing.
Best sound effects, Norman Wanstall. Very good.
Oh,
Wow. All right. So
John Spears for Thunderball, right? Visual effects. I think that was the next film.
Right.
well, all right.
Okay.
So Calvin takes a significant little leap forward there with he's got 10 points now. Nicely done. What's that? You've got 9. Tom's got 6. Calvin's got 10.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, so basically, Calvin got all of his right plus an additional point for the for stealing. All right.
Well,
All right, Paul, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Got me up on the Thunderball one. Yes, thank you, Tim.
Who plays Wei Lin?
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh is correct. Nicely done.
That a Pierce Brosnan question, right?
I'm proud of you.
All righty, 12 points. All right.
When you want to be spiteful, Paul.
I try not to be spiteful, Tom, generally. But, you know, I'd just like to let you know that I do have a place for Pierce in my heart.
Sure.
All right. All right, Tom, are you ready?
Yes.
When Bond meets Solitaire, which tarot card does he first select?
The Fool.
The Fool. That is correct.
Oh, very good.
Nicely done. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
All righty. All right, Calvin. You're up, my
Okay.
friend. You ready?
Yep.
What type of vehicle are Bond and Tatiana in when they escape from Spectre's henchmen? What type of vehicle are Bond and Tatiana in when they escape from Spectre's henchmen?
A speedboat. Boat.
Speedboat is correct.
Oh.
Absolutely.
You. Like first thing to mind, and then I was like, wait a minute, they're technically escaping Spectre's henchmen there. So that was a
That's true. I think they officially give them the slip at the end of whatever. All right. Paul Alley with 12 points. Time Ryan with 9 points, and Calvin with 13. This is my last glass of wine. I swear to God, I'm gonna be in.
For Tom and Calvin, this is like the Eurovision. I'm not sure, Joe, if you know what that is, but
I haven't.
It's kind of a sexier version of what we're doing right now. Not much sexier, but a little.
I mean,
I got my porno lights going. I mean, is that not sexy enough for?
Sorry, I take that back. It's a sexy version of what we're doing right now.
All right.
All right.
All right. I believe I need a new card, which means I am rolling.
Villain, by the way, that would be great.
What's that?
McConaughey's Felix Leiter would be good.
Matthew McConaughey.
There you go.
That would be great. Yes.
All right, we're doing blue for the next question. All righty. Mr. Lally, are you ready?
Sort of, yes. I've had 4 beers. So one can be
right. Who plays Agent XXX?
That is wife of Ringo Starr, Barbara Bach.
Well done. Good
pronunciation.
Yeah. Added trivia too, no less. Very good.
Thank you. I am married to a Swiss woman, so all German pronunciations and stuff are hammered through to me. So, for example, Calvin, I was delighted to point out to you after your Quantum of Solace review that there is a moment in Haiti when Elvis is on the phone, and the subtitles just say "speaking Swiss German," and what he is saying rather ludicrously is, "Oh, it's really hot here, Mammy." He's on the phone to his mother, telling her how hot it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, there you go. I was quite proud of being able to decipher that one.
He's not a Frenchman.
No, he's not. It is a bizarre moment as well. But not.
Every moment with him is like, I don't know if it just like was Mark Forster like channeling some of his very humor into the film in some way, but even his thing with like his wig that he has is such a strange moment.
Forster is Swiss himself, I believe. I think so.
Ah, right.
Swiss German director, so he must have given him some Swiss German dialogue just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Came across as fun. Me, one person in the Bond community. You know what I mean? So, I'm not sure that was a hit, Mark.
It does feel it does feel like they go for the awkward moments as opposed to
Yeah.
I like what they tried to do with Matthew Almeric because I love Matthew Almeric and I love the way they tried to make him creepy. But I like Quantum, but I have to admit, you know, one of my best friends came out of that with me and went, "That was shit," and I said, "Shit."
Calvin, your discussion with Dave Zaritsky made me want to watch The Bell and the Butterfly. I've never seen it.
Oh, Damien the Butterfly, it's really good. I've not seen it in a good few years. I think he filmed it before Quantum. I remember,
and it's an intense watch. You got to be in the right mood for it.
Oh yeah. It's not like settle down with a few drinks and sort of, it's a bit more
powerful.
sort of.
It's really powerful, but it's the kind of thing that you'll say that was one of the most amazing films I've ever seen. I don't need to see it again.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah.
I got a couple of those. Yeah.
It is one of those movies. It's like some films, when you watch and it's like the next week you can't really say what happened or anything. I must have seen that film about 10 years ago now, and I can still tell you a lot of the stuff that happens.
Your brain.
It does. And he's phenomenal in it. Like it's.
That Wes Anderson? Forgive my ignorance on
that.
No,
it's not. No, it's not.
I don't even know who directed it actually, because it's a French language film, isn't it? But he gets paralyzed. He's a guy who gets paralyzed, and he can only communicate by blinking.
This one through POV. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But I saw him once at the Cannes Film Festival. I was queuing up to get a crepe at a crepe van, and there was
Matthew Almeric was there getting a crepe.
Yeah, it was turned around. He was the guy in front of me in the queue, so I didn't know for the longest time. And then it was when he got his crepe, he turned around and he was eating it, and his face was all messy. And I was like, "Oh my god, that's!" Oh no, I'll let him go.
Wow,
it was very, very awkward.
That's incredible.
So you were shooting the crepe with Dominic Green.
That same festival I saw Benicio Toro as well.
Wow.
Cool.
He's the Bond alumni.
Because you're there as a professional, you don't want to, ruin that by becoming a fanboy all of a sudden. So you have to act really professional around those people when you meet them in those sort of situations. You know.
You should bring me along, Tom. I have no such qualms about making a video of myself. I'm like, "Oh, dude, I love you in X film."
All right, Tom.
Have you seen sorry, Joe, just to prolong this for even longer with more nonsensical bullshit, but have you seen the Grand Budapest Hotel, which is one of my current favorite films?
Great film.
I love that. So three great Bond alumni in it. You've got Ralph Fiennes, obviously, who is fantastic. You've got Matthew Almeric and Léa Seydoux, actually, who is incredibly stunningly beautiful in that.
Yeah,
she's a maid in that. She's.
I don't remember her.
And
I got to admit,
the other two ones I was annoyed were delayed this year.
Oh, which one?
French Dispatch, the new Wes Anderson, and
Kills. They're the other
Halloween Kills.
of Bond I was really looking forward to.
Yeah.
Tom, John in the chat asks the perhaps not super relevant question, but is Matthew Almeric a tall guy?
No, he's quite. I had to bite my tongue there when I was describing the person in front of me in the queue. I was going to say there was a short guy in the queue.
Connery would have eaten him up. Get out of there.
But he's very striking. You know, he looks very striking. You'll know him when you see him. So kind of look about him.
Nice.
One more quick question before we proceed with the important business of trivia. But Tom and Calvin, have you met Bond alumni, and which has been most outstanding for you?
Yeah, well,
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, there was the one Roger Moore sort of, but that was like a book signing, so it's not. You've got your few seconds with the person, but that was still like the most striking. I don't know if I really. I don't know if I've met anyone else who sort of, who had that kind of effect. It would be him, undoubtedly.
Joe?
I've met a couple. Certainly Lazenby was pretty fun because we got to hang around with him a couple nights, in the bar. I think my most fun though was Lana Wood because it was sort of a funny circumstance where the two of us were at a convention where no one else showed up. So literally I got to just sort of chill with her for a couple hours and shoot the breeze or whatever. Nice. So she was, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Yeah, it was very cool.
You didn't throw her out of a hotel window or anything?
No, I sure didn't. I wouldn't throw her out of anything. she's a lot of fun.
I would imagine. She seems great. Love her. Very
down to earth, very easy going. I mean, Trina Parks was there too. Very couldn't have been nicer.
Oh, fantastic.
Very approachable. Yeah, super nice.
You know who I loved from the Shiltorn experience was Jenny. Is it Jenny Ireland? God, I'm mixing it up now.
No, Jenny Hanley.
Jenny Hanley, who played the Irish girl.
Exactly, right, yes.
Sorry, I knew there was some Irish.
Yeah.
Jenny Hanley.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. And she signed an autograph for me, and she said, "It was wonderful spending the night with you," or something like that. And she leaned in and goes, "If George can say he did it, so can you." Nice.
Nice.
Very funny. Yeah,
that's really cool.
She was,
Terry Mountain as well, who was an
yes. Oh my God.
I mean, what a teddy bear. He comes across as such a tough guy in the films, but what a teddy bear. He's a lovely, lovely man.
Boy, he really is. I gotta say, the first night in the Portugal, we're in the hotel from the movie. It was like the first night where everybody kind of descended on the bar and we were just chilling all night long. He walked in and literally he walked past our table and he just kind of goes, "Okay, I'm buying beers. Who needs a beer?" And I thank you. I'll take whatever. And then somebody goes, "That's Terry Mountain," And I was like, "Oh, really?" And all of a sudden I was like, "Wow, they just bought me a beer. That was nice." At some point, it kind of, again, similar to my Lana Wood, he and I were just sort of shot the breeze for like a half an hour or whatever. And he just couldn't have been nicer. Super nice guy.
Absolute legend, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was a great one too.
Yeah.
All right, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right.
People in the chat are getting bored with all our reminiscences.
All right. Where are we? Okay. Tom, are you ready?
I am, if it's not an interesting one.
I think you will find this one very uninteresting. I think you'll be okay.
Oh, uninteresting is my specialty.
Here you go. What is Scaramanga's one distinguishing feature?
Third nipple.
There you go. Third nipple.
Extra point if you can give us the Latin for it, according to Bond, anyway.
Superfluous mammiflus.
Superfluous papilla, I believe it is. Which,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I've googled it. Doesn't come up.
So it may or may not be a true thing.
I don't even think that third nipples are technically like a third, a third like teat. I think they are technically sort of like a, I don't know, it's sort of like a mole or something. Yeah.
That was I don't know if you guys watch Friends where you are, but that was like Chandler had
Yes.
Yeah, he had a nubbin. What's a nubbin? It's a third nipple. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember kind of watching that, kind of going like, oh, is that all a third nipple is? Like, it looked like a. Yeah. All right, Calvin, you're up. You ready?
Right. Yep, I'm ready. Right. Yep, I'm ready.
Which Moonraker do Bond and Dr. Holly Goodhead take over?
Oh no!
Wait. Oh wait.
You've got this one, Calvin.
Is it Moonraker 5? Oh no! Oh no!
Nothing would give me greater pleasure than to steal this from Calvin's thunder, but I haven't got a fucking clue. Is it Moonraker 3?
Um, 5?
Yeah. Because it's Drax's.
Well done to Weatherman 15 who got that. Calvin, what I suggest you do now is go home and spend the rest of the evening watching
I know.
Moonraker.
I'm really ashamed that I finally get my Moonraker question, and I don't, because Moonraker 5 is in my mind because that's the one that Roger Moore says is like Moonraker 5,
right.
and it's like, oh, but it's not the one that you damn in. But yeah, never mind. Oh,
Hit me. Just going to interrupt you for a moment and say this is the most fun I've had with my trousers on for quite some time.
you've got your trousers on?
What?
Now that you mention it, Calvin, no. Wait. What? Pause. Great Wuta says, I can hear a thing, or I can't. I'm not sure if is that a technical thing? Is everyone okay with the audio?
I just sampled the stream and I could hear you okay.
Okay, so we're good. Just want to make sure we're okay. He uses a jetpack. Is there anything that the French station can do for Monsieur Bond? Spell it again. B-U-I? That's a bit of a faux pas. I think that does not connect with what Mr. Bond or Miss what they say in Thunderball. I don't think. But the point is, I got the question. So hit me up with them points.
Just have a look at the chat. I think it's just Joe's audio that's gone low for some reason on the thing.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
very low.
Check. Oh, I think I found it. Okay, sorry. There's a lot of buttons and bells and whistles on this thing, and sometimes it's.
Emmett says he only hears Paul. I'm sorry, Emmett. That's because I've had too much beer and I'm talking over everyone.
No, I just sampled the audio, and yeah, we're on a slight delay with what comes on YouTube. But yeah, it was.
Sorry about that.
Having a conversation with himself, which is fabulous entertainment, nonetheless.
The point is, I won that conversation.
So it's kind of like, so we sort of played Jeopardy style for a second. You heard the answer. Now you guys have to guess what the question was.
Oh, it's all good now.
Very good. All right, Tom, you are up. Are you ready?
Yep. Keep those uninteresting ones coming, please.
Yeah, this might qualify as interesting. I apologize for that one.
Jesus.
Well, actually, I'll tell you, I think you'll get this one.
Okay.
Where do Bond and Q first meet?
At the Art Museum, the National Gallery.
Absolutely, the National Gallery of London. Yes, very good. I was wondering if you were going to get that without the movie, but I had a hunch you would.
Cool.
Nice.
You were straight in with that.
Yeah, well, the first time. That is the first time they meet, technically.
Well,
Isn't it? Because in from Russia, you get the impression that he's met the quartermaster before.
Good point. Yeah,
No.
it's.
I was reading into that question literally.
It didn't feel like it didn't feel like an introduction. Yes, I would agree with your logic there.
no, you're right. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. But Calvin, unfortunately, I think this does qualify as interesting.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You got this one, Calvin.
Yes.
You got this one,
Okay.
Calvin. You can do this. You can do this. I know you can.
What is the license plate on the Citroen?
On the Skyhawk.
Which
Parahawk.
Bond
Sorry.
producer also co-wrote the screenplay with Richard Maybaum?
Oh, you got this. Oh, you got this.
Oh yeah, that's Michael G. Wilson.
Absolutely, yes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Without the film, you got it. No problem.
Which film are we talking?
It was For
Living
Your
Dead?
Eyes Only.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Good job, Calvin.
Nicely done. All
No,
right.
thank you. Your encouragement really helped there. Like, wait a minute. Yeah, there is only one of them who's ever done any writing. So.
Kevin McClory, Calvin. Kevin McClory.
Oh, yes. The true master.
Yeah, your favorite dude. Yeah.
Alrighty, the dice is being rolled for Paul's next question, and we're doing the purple. I feel like you get this every single time. I feel like I've not a lot of
through a yellow phase. It's kind of purple.
yeah, right. I feel like you're not
A tricky one, will you?
give him the interesting one.
Yeah, please.
All right, the purple. All right, Paul, are you ready?
I think so.
What is Bond's snorkel disguise when he is infiltrating Ramirez oil storage depot?
At least Ramirez won't be selling heroin-flavored bananas to financial revolutions. He's got a duck on his head.
I will take it. It is a seagull.
You say seagull, duck.
There you go.
I'll take champagne.
Impression I still can't get over. I've heard it many a time. Never like real time.
Right?
You know.
Oh, you've heard me do that. Oh, thanks for.
Of course I have. Yeah. No.
Thank you.
It's phenomenally accurate. It's
Thank
like
you.
it's insane. Like how good
How
that.
weird is it to see it come out of his mouth?
That's it. Because it feels like I am genuinely listening to Sean Connery, but I'm seeing Paul talk.
It's
It's
like a
bizarre.
lip sync. It's like a TikTok video or something.
Yeah.
That is very, very, very kind of you. But I tell you what, I got the most kicks out of it when I'm sitting here with David West and he's kicking back Timothy Dalton to me, talking about he does this thing where himself and Dalton as Bond is having and they're eating ravioli, and it's insanely surreal. But I just crack up laughing. I cannot contain myself. It's very funny.
David West also does a spot on Jerry Giroux, if you
Yes.
know him from the behind the scenes. David West does a spot on version of him.
Kushner as well. He does a really
Sent
good
me that
Kushner.
recently. He goes, Sean was a very good Bond, and he does it like this kind of really, really fun. And Irving Kershner, he does Irving Kershner as well.
Yeah,
Oh, I heard that.
Attracted to Sean Connery.
he does a really good Brosnan too.
Oh my God, it's West. If you're watching, you're a legend. If you're not watching, you should be up watching this.
He's awesome.
Okay, so Paul Lally has just scored 21 points, my friend, but we will play out. Tom, are you ready for
Joe,
yours?
I'm because of the bladder the size of a fruit fly. I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back.
Go ahead. I will give Tom his question while we're gone. I will have to wind this down soon because, like I said, date night is coming up in a little while. Which where are we? Where'd I go? Okay, here we go. All right, Tom, are you ready, my friend?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Where is Blofeld's Blochamp Institute for Allergy Research located? No reason you shouldn't get this one, sir. Piz Gloria. Someplace you know very well.
Yes. Someplace me a lot of drinks.
We certainly did. What a fantastic evening.
Amazing, yeah.
Oh my God, what a great trip. Alrighty, Calvin, are you ready for your last question, my friend?
I am indeed.
I am indeed.
Oh,
I'm sorry. This will be interesting as well.
Oh.
Who sang the? You might get this without even asking. Who sang the end credits song?
You've got it. You've got it. You've got it.
K.D. Lang.
K.D. Lang is correct.
Wow.
Is that great? I said to myself, I said, I mean, as soon as I read it, I saw who sang the, and I'm like, oh crap, he's gonna have to get the. But then when it said end credits, I was like, you know what, you might get that.
It is the most notable end credits song, so it's
Brilliant.
yeah.
Right? It really is.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yep. Paul, your win is secure, my friend. You didn't even have to be here to witness it happen. Well done, my friend. Well done.
Excellent. Very good.
I can honestly say that the win was in sharing the joy with you three guys. It was great fun.
This is a lot of fun, and this was truly a tournament of champions. You guys all rocked at this, so well done.
Well, just as long as the people in the chat weren't too bored, that's pretty good.
I hopefully, yeah, I think everybody enjoyed it, and I saw a lot of good answers. I saw a couple Piz Glorias, Tim Hands, Cara Hughes, Jason, Peter McCormick, yep, Weatherman, and I saw Tim Hands with K.D. Lang. So I think, yep, everybody.
K.D. Lang. K.D.
Oh yeah, the question for Calvin was who sang the end credits song. He didn't need to ask the movie, and he got it.
It's a brother. I don't know the answer to that, but I know that K.D. did sing an end credit song, and she was good.
For me, I was like,
I'm trying to point out Tim Hands. I did wash my hands.
These guys don't miss a thing.
Yeah, but you know what? You don't know either way.
Oh my God. You need your own YouTube channel where you just respond to comments.
I like to do.
Paul, you did it.
You know, when I'm watching these things, I'm like hammering away on the keyboards, you know, and it's just like there's no way you can always. But it's just nice to get other people involved. That's great fun, you know.
Yeah, Paul, you really did do an excellent job keeping an eye on the chat and watching what people I as try as I may, honestly, there's a lot of buttons on this thing to sort of make it all work.
Absolutely, you're a busy guy, but it was good fun, and so many cool people sending in so many cool.
Absolutely.
Comments.
It's really nice. I mean, we really do have like a good core group that like I feel like anytime I'm doing these things, you always see certain names that are always there. So it's like you have your like I said, your really tight core group of guys who are always going to show up. It's really nice.
Yeah. I commit to the live streams just because of babies.
Of course.
But you know, I do catch up on them later. Like, babies are so annoying.
Yeah.
They take away from your fun fandom and the live element. But no, they're cool. It's good. Jesus, Tim Hands, taste that fresh urine? That's a bit harsh. It's actually soap I was tasting, but okay, you know.
Because that's so much better.
It's so much better. But that was great fun. I'm gonna take the ostentatious liberty of inviting myself back if these guys will come along at another point and do the same thing again.
This is great fun. 100%.
I tell you what, this is a very good group. I tell you guys are very evenly matched. It was a lot of fun. So we will. I would absolutely love to do it again. This was. I mean, I would even just do like a big old Zoom chat one time. We could all just hang out. But I mean, doing it this way is a lot of fun, and I love that people can kind of chime in, you know, and throw in the answers.
It's been so much fun. Thank you for hosting this, Joe. It's I was thinking earlier on. It's like I know that you like to sort of like bring different people into this and everything, but at the same time, I'm like, I'll come back next time.
I'm totally fine. I tell you what, we should just call it. We should really just say, look, the last game really didn't count. That was just for fun. It was the first 3 games, and we were in a dead heat. So we really do need to have, again, sort of the Tournament of Champions where you guys come back and you sort of have like another, you know?
Yeah. It feels nice, I must say, because I feel like I'm invited among a cast of heavyweights in the Bond community here. You know, we've got James Bond Ireland, being James, Calvin Dyson's incredible Bond presence as well.
Seriously.
You know what? I feel really bad about that because JBR posted a very flattering thing where they. Jesus, I hope I didn't jinx that in any way, you know. But all of it was done with love, you know. Great.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually you want to talk about a shameless plug, but I did this T-shirt that I
cannot wait to get that.
And I again, not to be weird. It just sort of. I had a friend of mine who was talking to me about how he did like T-shirts and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And all of a sudden, it just hit me like lightning. I said, boy, Connery is, doing the logo with that, and I felt I'm like it was a little too close to when he actually passed, but yeah.
I'll get that. I'll also get the T-shirt, Joe, that says James Bond trivia, Paul Lally #1.
Well, let's have
it's great though.
Yeah, we absolutely need to do this crew again. So we will definitely put it together.
Nice.
I'll call.
You're
a lot of big talk from you up there in the north, Mister.
I can see you guys are gonna like read every book. You're gonna be watching every movie between now and then.
Like a Rocky
right.
It's gonna be.
Walter Gotel. No, it was great.
It'll come up next time.
Whoa.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. There's nice.
Calvin, I have a question for you. I see in the background you have the Lego 5. Is that correct? Am I did you see that? Did that take you long to put together? Was it
so long? Yeah. When I was filming everything, it was having to whittle it all down. It was the ejector seat doesn't quite work, but it's one of those like 5 stages before you assemble the rest of it. So it's like to go into it and try to fix it would be a bit too much. But the license plate works and the various things. So that's.
I gotta get myself one of them.
It is really cool. It's really, really lovely.
Yeah.
Well, if you get one, I'm gonna break it on you.
First, buddy.
You gotta wait till he's done. Make sure when he puts the last piece on.
You live, mister.
You know what? This guy, to his credit, he showed up at our door. As I say, we have twins, 9 months old, and a few months after they were born, he showed up at the door with a bottle of Macallan whiskey with the boy's name written on the bottom of it. That is
wow.
You talk about, like, Joe, in our, let's call it vintage, to meet new friends that you form a strong bond with is a fairly rare thing. It's not like when you do in school, you meet friends all the time, then you drift apart and everything. When you meet friends in your 40s and 50s and you sort of connect with them and there's strong bonds.
Yes.
I mean, that's pretty special. And a lot of them came out of that Shiltorn meet, which was really, really nice. Now we have Calvin as well, which is our new friend. Calvin, you've
got to come up to Ireland.
A lot of hi, Calvin, are you coming out to play?
Oh no, I'm desperate for a reason to go. This sounds good. Oh, we need to make this happen, guys. Yeah, definitely.
Just so you know, by the way, Mary has been desperate to go to Ireland. just a little kind of fun facts. My family years ago, we did like a big family trip, and like I've been there twice, but we did this big old family trip the years ago, and my brother has been trying desperately to sort of do it again, but now they all got kids, so it's 10 times harder. But Mary has been pretty much since then chomping at the bit to go. So
Does she also have an Irish connection?
She's got a little Irish in her, very little.
Let's keep it country.
Yeah, no, I'm her only Irish connection. She just
Right.
she's seen The Quiet Man every year on St.
Oh.
Patty's. So, like
You're saying that.
yeah. So it's funny. We've got there's a couple really good Irish pubs near us, and we used to have a band who would play like stuff that I would listen to like crazy, like the Waterboys, Saw Doctors, that kind of stuff. And I remember we first found them, like we walked in and they're playing, right, and they would play this stuff, and I was like the only guy in the place humming along, singing along, and the guy, and it's just the lead singer's looking at me, he's like, you know this stuff? And I'm like, dude, I love this stuff. And so we for a long time, and yeah, Mary, it was funny, like she would watch The Quiet Man every year, and I kind of brought in, like, I told her, I said, we have to watch The Commitments every year. I'm sorry, that's like we have to watch. That's like a mandatory every year we watch The Commitments. And I brought in The Field. Remember The Field with Richard Harris? We watched that one this year. So she just kind of loves it from afar. So she would love to see it someday.
Very good.
We did a Quiet Man tour recently during the summer.
Is that?
I think I sent you the photos. And,
Yeah.
It's fun and
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
I saw some of the photos you sent. They were fantastic.
Yeah.
It's been years since I've been there. It's beautiful. You know, when I met Vic Armstrong in Shiltorn, he just turned around to me and said, "Oh, you're Irish." And he went, bam, 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 and he hit me with an Irish stuntman who I'd never heard of. One guy who doubled Connery in never heard of him. And he said, "Did a lot of work in," and he started boom, boom, boom. He started hitting all these places in fucking Cork and Clare, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I've never even been to these places. He's like, "Oh yeah," and he's just like encyclopedic and just completely open and warm and like, "Oh, I've been here." It's like, wow, cool, you know. So it's really nice the way these people have done. You know, I suppose. Well, if you're not in the film industry in Ireland, you don't see a lot of it. But a lot of there is a lot of film sort of history in Ireland. I mean, from a Bond perspective, there's Kevin McClory and the stuff, and it's nice to have. Who? And refers to it as the. And that's not Red Place, Ireland either, you know. Navan. Oh, sorry, if anybody's listening from Navan, it's the auspicious location, I would say.
Hope to be the villain in our match.
No, I'm gonna get the shit kicked out of me.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to the rematch, fellas.
Guys, that was so much fun.
It's phenomenal. Yeah, no, I absolutely loved it. Thank you. It's been such a good evening. Thank you so much.
Smile from start to finish.
Very welcome.
Yeah.
I promise we will absolutely positively do this again if we will not wait too long either.
Yes.
I swear, if my girlfriend wasn't getting here in 15 minutes, I would be like up for another round. Just so you know.
Bring her in so we can say hello to her. Very good.
It's fine by me.
Yeah, you should do it. Like, I'll be here. We're like, look at these three ludicrous drunk people from across. We're trying to say hello to you.
She would. Mary would actually do okay with these questions too. It'd be one of those moments where she would swear she wouldn't know a single thing, then all of a sudden she would pop out with something like, you know. I mean, not the interesting ones, but the generic stuff she'd be fine with.
Has she seen them all? Has she actually watched all of the Bond films?
Pretty much. I'm 90% sure she has. I mean, I never like sat down with her and forced her to watch, but honestly, even when we first started dating, it's not like, I mean, Mary had a lot of brothers, so it was hardly a mystery to her, the whole Bond thing. So she got it, you know. So she's like, Thanksgiving and Christmas they'll do marathons. So I'm sure she's seen most, if not all of them.
To Calvin Dyson, is she like nothing, or is that the one with the volcano in it, or is she?
It's one of those where, like, honestly, like I'll be talking to somebody about something, or I'll mention something, and she'll kind of just sort of finish my sentence and be like, oh yeah, right, and like she knows, she'll say the movie sometimes, and I'll be like, wow, okay, well, yeah.
I have a question for all of you. What was the first Bond movie you introduced your other halves to?
For me, it was Skyfall. Yeah, no, I thought that would be a great one because my partner, he's Latvian. He is, and he's a few years younger than me, so I don't know if he quite was at the age where it would have been, or if they didn't show them on TV there or whatever. Skyfall, he was kind of like
Skyfall when it was in the cinema.
No. It was we met like much afterwards, so it was all on home media. But the only one that he's really loved and connected with was Casino Royale, Daniel Craig's Casino Royale. Like that one, he was like, "Oh wow, we've seen it like 3 times," and he like absolutely loves it. All the others have shown him the rest of the Craigs, a couple of Brosnans, and he's like, meh. But Casino Royale, he's like, yeah, no, fantastic.
So Skyfall was the first Bond film he'd seen. That is phenomenal.
It's a good one, but
it is, yeah.
Yeah, but no, Casino Royale was the clear favorite.
So clearly in Latvia, and I'm guessing he's roughly, born in 1990 or thereafter. So but the wall had come down at that point. So surely there was no restrictions on Western films, like.
Well, this is it. It's really strange, like with whatever licensing they had or something. Like every now and then, like one time when we first started dating, I referenced like A Crazy Chase or something, and he did the Benny Hill like and I was like, how the fuck do you know Benny Hill? Like, even for my like age, that was because he's like 4 years younger than me. I was like, oh no, it was on Latvian TV all the time. I was like, oh god, okay. I know, it's strange, like what it's a different.
The Latvian government goes, let's back to communism. There's been
That's I sometimes I travel and people say like, oh, where in the U.S. are you? And I'd be like, oh, well, I'm in New Jersey. They're like, oh, like the Housewives, and I'm like, oh man,
no man, it's like Bruce Springsteen,
right?
Yeah.
What about you guys? Introductory Bond movie for your significant others?
GoldenEye.
Oh, good one.
It's a good kind of greatest hits.
Very good. Yeah.
It just sort of sums up Bond to someone who might not have seen it before, and she wasn't too fond of it.
No,
I remember she said, "Oh yeah, I like the fact that it's very cyclical. It starts with him jumping from a height to get into a base, and it ends with him going from a height into a base." And I was like, "That's the best thing you can say about it." Did you see it?
Nothing worse than having an analytical partner. It reminds me of the Big Bang Theory episode where Sheldon takes his girlfriend to see Indiana Jones, and she says, that was enjoyable, but Indiana Jones is entirely incidental to the plot. Everything would have occurred without him. And she's like,
well, you say there's nothing worse. Something worse than that, when you get a trivia question and you're not given the name of the film.
And that happens more than once.
How about you, Paul and Joe?
Joe, you go first.
I don't, it's funny you mention it because I don't remember really. I don't remember Mary and I ever having like a sit down watching a Bond movie together for the first time. I feel like it's kind of always sort of played in the background. It's funny. I mean, first Skyfall and Spectre, I remember like both times the first night it came out, we would go to dinner and go see the movie. I'm not sure. I mean, I remember in the 90s, it was funny. It was like, you guys ever see the movie Fletch with Chevy Chase?
Yeah, with Chevy Chase, yeah.
With all the ID cards falling.
Yeah, Calvin, if you haven't seen it, it's a good it's a worthwhile. The second one not so much, but Fletch is a good movie. But there's a kind of a running gag. He's a Lakers fan. He likes the Lakers, and he would say like, I always take my first date to a Laker game, and I feel like in the '90s, like all my dates had to go see the Bond movie when it came out. There was always like, whatever girl I was seeing, we got to go. Hey, hello, there's a Bond movie out. We got to go see it. So.
Is it the one where he's in the prison with the guy and he goes, "Hi, what's your name?" The guy goes,
I think that was the second one, yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Ben, hi, I'm yep. Oh, yeah.
So my passed away tragic circumstances, but the current wife, I was playing on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and she and her mum were like, "Oh, I know this film. This is great. This is a bit where this happens," and I was like, "The fuck is this? This is cool. These guys are cool." But when I met my first wife, I was very young, and we were in Germany, so we were students in Germany at the time, and this is kind of embarrassing, but she found a German Playboy magazine in my room, and I bought it. I swear to God, because it was a full thing about Goldeneye, which was coming out that year. That really is, I swear that's the reason I bought the damn thing. She's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "It's James Bond. Like, it's got to happen."
I had
the last one. And cool.
I've had so many moments like that. I swear to God, there was there's a magazine over here. I don't know if you guys get it, Maxim. For like a while, it was kind of like it's like a guy's magazine. There was always hot girls on the cover. Not a Playboy type per se, but just kind of a lot of bikinis in it. And sure enough, somebody gave me the one that had Olga Kurylenko on the cover. "Oh, here, you'll like this," and I had it. And of course, Mary found it, and she's yelling at me. I'm like, I swear I have it because there's a Bond girl on the cover. Yeah, whatever.
It's a Bond boner.
Right. There you go. Doesn't count.
Sorry to the people in the chat. I apologize, Cara and other people.
All right, gentlemen. I hate to end this. Honestly, I feel like I could do this for another hour, and I could polish this bottle off. But I gotta go. So.
Well, give our regards to Mary.
Calvin, what's your partner's name, by the way?
What was my partner's name?
Yeah.
Arnis.
Arnis.
Which is ARNIS.
There's Arnis and Grace and Mary and Monica on my side. Well, that's cool. It's nice.
We all got to get together. Ireland come to Ireland.
Absolutely.
They can be on the table next to us while we're all geeking out about Bond. They can find out whatever interest they all have.
the Bond widows, yes.
Bond widows, yeah.
Yep.
And thank you to everybody in the.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Yeah, it really was.
Joe for organizing this.
Anytime. Anytime. You guys will have to send me new pictures of yourselves, so that way when I make the
pictures, John?
Well, I'm not.
I've already sent you some, but you rejected them.
I'm not saying it can't be nude photos, just whatever. So that way when I make the thumbnail, it looks a little bit different. People know it's a different.
And nudes.
Well, you got to keep your pants on.
Who says they're not on? Okay.
All right, gentlemen. Again, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. We'll do this again.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody in the chat, for hanging out.
Week.
Take care, guys.
Good night.
Be good.